Alright, so we got first round. Good shit. What the fuck? What? I don't understand why that happened.
Quite a lot. These two teams are very different in the way that they approach Rainbow Six Siege, right? Canadian, a dedicated hard support for a while.
Is the YouTube stream not going live right now?
Same role, but they've let the dog off the leash.
What am I streaming to?
Spoit has been moved to a more aggressive, more forward fragging role, and because of it, his numbers have flourished. Now, this weekend it's been the Ambi show, but let's not forget that you needed Spoit, one of the best rated players during phases 1 and 2, to get you here.
So the YouTube stream is not live. Hold on.
Early picks, and the
Let me
rest of the team
start and
continues
stop
to
it.
frag. Everything is going well for Shopify Rebellion at that point.
Spoit was crowned a major champion in Berlin back in his very first stage
about
of
now?
competitive Rainbow Six. He ended that tournament with an EPS of
Oh fuck!
108.
That's the wrong one.
This final with the
God damn it!
Same rating, an EPS of 1.
Son of a bitch!
Be more different.
I see what happened. I accidentally went live on main.
An exceptional stat line
Fuck!
for Spoit, and it's been a big reason why SR have gotten this far.
I don't know if you saw the graphic that was shared with Shopify Rebellion before yesterday's matchup, but or it might have been 2 days ago. They tend to.
It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
Battle of the Spoits, where during kickoff he actually had 1 fewer kill, but 30 more deaths. So far more efficiency here. And
Okay. It's fine. It's fine.
Things up. For Dark Zero, though, the stylistic difference. They've got 3 to potentially 4 dedicated support players, and you've allowed Newers and NJR to run roughshot over your opponents.
Yeah, I didn't mean to. It was an accident. It's fine. It's fine. We got the streams up now. Okay. Thank you for the raid, Alois. That was a lot of fun. Let's do it again. Let's do it again sometime. I really enjoyed that.
Good information to start things off.
Okay.
There's a heavy roamer
Okay.
coming through.
All right.
Of course, the primary roamer, the primary entry on Dark Zero. He's going to be the first one who likely comes into contact with this roam clear from SR. They don't have to full clear this whole map. We see teams go pretty direct just through cafeteria at times, but it does look like the Rebellion want to clear out some of these roamers before they go for their execute. Newers a little bit solo here at the top of fish stairs.
So we got round 1. Let's keep that good shit coming.
Time and gain some valuable information. If you watch the reveal panel that went on right before this, say goodbye to the Dokkaebi you know and love. She is seeing some changes, so the last real window before somebody lifts that Dokkaebi.
Yeah, Rebellion is my team.
Sitting between
That's
these
us.
two teams.
It's our squad.
It's been a good run for that Korean operator, but a new look is never a bad.
5v5, they really haven't actually committed to this roam clear, Parker. They're okay with there still being some defenders up above. They can maybe try to sneak a plant in under some smokes or some other utility. Spoit inside a cafeteria. There's a player just on the other side of this wall. I believe that's Fault's close on the window. If Spoit's not ready for this, this could be a massive blunder, but he repositions.
Yep, this is grand finals, baby.
Still have the pulse, though, but in a different player's arms. That's Kino now upstairs, gaining a ton of information here. Logic bombs will go off. So Kino will be known for the time being. Second round in a row. Dark Zero will strike first. Newers takes down.
Nice, Ambi. Fuck yes. God, I love Ambi. Thank you, Ambi. Surf, nice. Rexin, very nice.
It's Kino and Newers now.
Ambi, let's fucking go. Oh my god. Woo. Yes, clean.
Once again, Parker, we haven't seen the primary site for most teams up on the top floor, but down in the basement, SR, they take their time with that push. They again lose the opening pick. Early attack coming from DZ.
You guys hear me? Yep. Go back to supply. We're gonna fight CS up. Don't give them
Oh
space.
god, good work. We're fragging.
As audacious as we can, but I'm sick of doing this. We're just giving them space and let them take our ass. Fight them on
So
supply.
if they side ISO, what's our plan?
Go flow down and fight them on it.
Alright.
And then especially like before they even do it, like when they are clear enough, that almost get more aggressive in the mid around here. Like don't let them just poke around for free and keep poking around and going to what they want to do.
Yeah. Let's start looking for early kills.
Yeah. Start looking for the early kills. The micros in these guys. Try to break their onboarding source for them.
Heard. Let's go supply base then.
After that, kind of read it as seeing how supply goes. I think you go back to basement. You could also maybe go to like fucking and/or kitchen. Just whichever one you want after that.
Heard.
I don't know if I'm playing Lego Batman or not yet.
Striker.
We'll see.
Supply base, Jay.
I'm what?
Supply base. You go Azami.
You run the mirror book?
Coach Callout not mincing words in that tack timeout. A little frustrated, even just 2 rounds deep into the series, but wants to cut out some of the crap, right? Banning out that ram is a possibility for them if they don't want to deal with that vert pressure that SR have been playing so well, but really just needs to get the team back on track here. Down 2-0 on the defense for Nighthaven Labs, even though this is SR's home.
All right.
As a team, you can't be happy
Cooking
like that.
No, not at all. Very disappointed dad vibes.
Yeah.
I felt like I was ashamed. I feel like I wasn't pulling my weight there. And just a small note, we are a community, and of course this is a match that is celebrating Dark Zero and the Rebellion, but I don't know if any of you saw Fabian welcoming a child to the world over the last week. We just want to wish congratulations to Fabian. He is a new father.
Oh, that's sweet.
Yeah, you can cheer for Fabian.
5 seconds to go.
If there's anybody who knows what it's like to be fathered by Fabian, it's Canadian.
That is true.
Attackers are heading out.
Bit of a history there, but no, of course, we're oh so happy for the coach of M80, Fabian, a huge moment in his life.
Kino obviously used to call Fabian dad as well when Kino was on that M80 roster, and we wish obviously him and his partner the best. I obviously don't have children. I have a cat. It's nowhere near the same.
Let's
so I'm
keep
not
it
gonna
rolling.
try to
Let's keep it
relate to
rolling.
but I know it must be pretty proud moment, but also pretty stressful. So let's get back into this though. Timeout taken and a pretty swift way into Warehouse for Rebellion as they open that up. One thing, Jesse, that I've been noticing is the Rebellion have been exceptional with their drone work. This is something that was very evident in round number 1. It has carried on here now, and I don't know if we're going to see any changes from Darkseer to deal with this. They do have a mute, but I mean, sometimes that's just not enough.
Well, clearly it's a completely different setup coming through from Darkseer. They're playing the same bomb site as round number 1.
All right.
3 rounds deep, and we have not been to the top floor
come
of
on,
Nighthaven
come on.
Lab. That's very unusual, but clearly DZ have a game plan with this. There's that ramp
scary.
that's potentially going to get banned after round 3, already being used by Ambi, hunting for an
Oh, so close.
NJR, but not the head, so it's not good enough.
Tagged him a bit. That's good.
That's, we can use biblical terms. That's, well, I guess David won, so that's David versus David.
Okay.
Fighting to see
He
which
saw
one
it, he
will
saw
come
it.
out ahead.
Let's go,
NJR
Spoit.
and Ambi is the showdown that so many of us have wanted for much of this event, and right now Ambi is winning it quite handily. 3-0, the good start for the youngster,
Yep.
and he's actually in position to break the major kill record, Jesse.
Oh.
Shots coming out from Newers there. Also a fantastic aggressive
Damn,
player from DZ.
damn, so close, so
This
close.
event.
He's
Now
super
Parker
low.
Coming out though, they realize they need to get this top floor control. It's been a little bit too long, Parker, and they're not happy with the 5v5. So in comes the cavalry.
Bit of trepidation from Ambi
Come on,
as he
come
now
on, come on.
vaults on over. Logic bomb goes off. Rebellion looking to capitalize off this.
You saw him?
information.
Nice. There you go, Rexon. There you go, Ambi.
Really not this round. Ambi and Rexon strike for 2. That gives
There you go,
Canadian
Spoit.
opening. Spoit's on the board as well. Everybody firing on all cylinders.
There you go, Surf.
On the board, give it to Canadian, and it's a team ace. He does get the defuse kit down. Darkseer left just up to Fultz, who's come up empty-handed more than we can count. There goes Spoit. No flawless.
Well, we know where he
round
is.
for the
We know where he
Rebellion,
is.
but everything else is working in their favor. The Ram, a hindrance for them, still hurting them in the post plan as time runs down. Fultz, what do you do in this?
Nice, Ambi.
That's it.
Nice. Let's fucking go.
Destin. Jesse, I did say Ambi is in striking distance of Uzis' major kill record.
Yeah, that's exactly right, Parker. After this
Sorry,
phenomenal start, you're right, Solotov. Easy to get them mixed up. Of course, played on the same team for so long, but really, this has been domination from SR, and you're right. Ambi now leading the kills, 5-0 here on this first map. That brings him up to 170 total across this event. The record 203 set by Solotov at the Copenhagen Major. So there's definitely still a bit of a gap. And if this game continues the way that it has been, if we get a quick 3-0 for SR, there might not be time for it. But it's only a matter of time before DZ
Woo!
starts back. You gotta get
Great
SR
fucking
back.
start from the boys, man. Holy.
Despite not getting the opening pick. How often do you hear broadcasters talk about the conversion rate of those entries? It's been a big talking point for these teams, specifically for Darkseer, who have been the best conversion team of the entire event, winning 82% of rounds where they get that entry. But so far, they've lost 2 openings. They've been traded back really
Oh,
quickly
yeah,
by SR,
come
and
on.
They've always kind of came out of that early game still with a lead, still with an advantage. So Darkseer, it's not enough just to get that first kill. They've got to find ways to actually win in the early game and going into those last 60 seconds with some kind
Yeah, I'll
of
do Mass Effect for the gaming channel at some point. I got a lot of games on the docket.
What was it? It was 7 rounds in a row for SR to send themselves to the grand finals. This will be round 10 technically in a row going back to yesterday. It's been quite a run for this Rebellion squad. They picked Nighthaven Labs. They presumably will start on the wrong side. The numbers do back that up. DZ has a better attacking win rate on this map, so things will likely get better for Darkseer when the second half comes in. The Rebellion are good on both sides of this map. Yes, they are a better attacking team, but their defense is nothing to sneeze at either. The main goal for Darkseer, which might sound very simple, but so far has been very
come on.
hard, is do not let SR run up the score on you. Something's got to change. You've already used your timeout. What can you do if you're DZ?
4 rounds deep, and I'm going to keep harping on this, Parker. We've seen 3 bomb sites on Nighthaven Labs, and none of them are the traditional primary site of the top floor. Kitchen cafeteria being brought out by DZ. And Ambi, this is again one of those bomb sites where he almost exclusively runs the snake. So we'll move over to the Goku with that snake getting banned out.
We see the clash.
Again, work some of those opening picks. I believe it was Rexon in that last round who got that first frag. So hunting for it once more.
Cleared conference table.
From DZ. You've got the clash at the top of these lobby stairs. Canadian knows this position well. Bolt has to be careful though.
Oh baby. Oh baby.
Making his life kind of
come on, come on.
Bolt saw those bullets whiz by as he was being hunted down by 2 players on that top floor. It was a bit of a rough go of it, and I mean, Fultz is not the guy that you expect to be racking up kills.
No.
He's the Canadian of Dark Zero. But if you're in that position, he almost
Can we get a little vert going?
that duel, that's devastating for DZ.
Open the cheeks up a little bit here. Okay, here we go. Little vert. There's a little vert.
Without the ram, they're finding good opportunities, but no frags yet. 90 seconds deep.
And just patrolling these openings, keep a barriers.
They keep it. That's all right.
Coverage, but we'll have
Okay.
Misinputs. How does
misinput indeed.
And maybe it speaks to a little bit of nerves with this DZ team.
Come on, come on, come on.
Yeah, obviously this is a big stage. They've yet to find their first round. They're feeling the pressure early here in Salt Lake City. They've got a couple of opportunities still to pull this one back. Again, Kino waiting on the flank for the perfect moment, but everybody on SR remains alive. They can keep somebody watching that flank, but at the same time they hit the site.
Oh!
Kino in clutch or kick positions many, many times, and kick unfortunately has happened on all 3 of them. There goes Andy Canadian as well.
Come on.
Dark Zero striking, I believe like a Viper is what people have been saying. NJR and Newers in semi-dire
it's all right. Come on, boys. Come on, boys.
Rebellion are stalling out now with not a lot of time left.
Here comes the
Nice, good shots. He's tagged up.
A bit of damage from the DMR of Surf, but retreats back in towards the site. SR need to get a move on sooner rather than later.
Rexon yet to die. Ambi was in that same boat, but the boat sunk. So what can you do when
Come on,
you're
guys.
staring
Nice.
at
There you go,
Rexon
Rexon.
collected
Come on.
Spoit dies to NJR.
Let's go, Surf. Let's go, Surf. He doesn't know you're there.
The Solus of Kino
I
upstairs
thought he was
being
pushing
hunted
out.
by Surf. Shotgun in the
Oh,
corner.
yikes.
Surf doesn't check it. And suddenly Rexon needs to win a 1v2
Come
with
on,
10
Rexon.
seconds to go.
This would be beautiful. This would be beautiful.
I don't know how I feel about this one.
Oh, yeah,
These are
no
going
chance.
down. NJR and Kino both on utility hops. They will easily find him.
Yeah.
And there's NJR to get
Damn.
the third. DZ is finally on the
They
board.
gave us a little gift there with that friendly fire, but then I think we just kind of played a little scared for some reason. That's all right. Come on.
Kind of kills coming through. It wasn't the opening frag, technically because of the TK, but I thought NJR was so critical of shutting down the backstab from Ambi early in that round, and then of course ending with the Nitro too. This Team K right on default. Bit of bad luck, bit of nerves, maybe a bit of revenge as well. Falls the tournament in team kills so far in Salt Lake City. He has 2 coming into these grand finals. Nobody else has quite achieved that just yet, so I'm sure it's not intentional, but you know, it does speak to a little bit of chaos.
All right, Rexon's hot, Ambi's hot.
Fight through it, they win this round, they're on the board.
We gotta get Spoit, Nadian, and Surf cooking. Surf's online now. He just didn't check that corner. He didn't check the angle. Just gotta check that.
Team that made the Charlotte Major Finals. NJR winning a major in Charlotte. Fultz, of course, a world champion. Kino winning a major before. This is maybe uncharted territory for Newers and Callout, but if you look on the side of Rebellion, it is very, very different.
Even Callout was coaching that Astralis team back in Charlotte, right?
Right,
So
I almost forgot.
there's so much experience across both of these teams, but also so many heartbreaks, so many frustrations over the last couple of years in particular. It's been too long since we've seen an NA team not named M80 or Beast Coast lifting a trophy, finding success, dominating the international opponents that so often NA seems to struggle against. But now Dark Zero and the Rebellion have earned their place here in the Salt Lake City Grand Finals. DZ, desperate to tie this half. Again,
let's get Spoit online. Let's get him activated.
That's bare minimum on the defense. You want to be racking things up, especially up against the Rebellion, who can be so good defending on this map, but they'll have to earn it. They'll have to work for it here, and we'll start on the bottom floor. Storage, excuse me, actually going to be the bomb site here. So the bottom floor presence a little bit cheeky coming out from NJR.
Bit deceptive.
Bit deceptive, but SRF spotted it out early. They're taking a lot of map control. Top floor, basement, mid floor. They're pressuring all different angles, and it's going to make it difficult for this DZ players to group up.
And Newers has to wait out that Lions.
Drone it. Oh, we caught him on drone. We caught him on drone. All right, good.
SR assault.
We know he's here.
Spotted by a drone and is now looking for some safety over.
Nice, Ambi. Nice Spoit. There we go. Nice. That was the crossfire there. That's some good shit. That's some good shit.
Quite the leg up for Shopify Rebellion.
Just messy from DZ. You can't be affording those frags. Of course, no trades coming out. They're just a little bit grouped up in the hallway. So the window player and, of course, the other hallway player on SR able to group things up. That's the entry duo of Ambi and Spoit. Now how do you recover from DZ? They cannot sit around and wait for SR to execute 5v3, so they have to go hunting for picks. They have to start getting aggressive.
The drone work has just been so good for the Rebellion.
Yep, got him on drone. Now we know.
Lots of players active.
He's
in
on
these
me on
comms.
stairs.
Rexon right now droning his way through, either selfishly or to assist his teammates. I don't know if they've drone NJR into this rat spot.
I'm ready for you.
It might be a tricky one. NJR's got a good read on it.
Come on, guys.
He has to watch it rotate and the door frame, so 3 different areas for NJR to focus on. I don't know about this. I think Rexon might have an idea, Jesse.
Yeah, they clearly have some kind of a...
Oh, nice shot. Let's go, Rexon.
The clash looking down when he had to look horizontal. It's a freebie for Richie now, up to 7-1, and puts
Oh,
more
Rexon
pressure on
knows. Rexon
NJR.
knows.
And NJR
Rexon
has
knows.
to get active here.
God, he's so good, bro. Rexon is so fucking good, bro.
4 points of the spears for the Rebellion. Rexon, whose name has seemingly come up the least.
Let's go. Oh my God, so clean. So clean.
And it's back to business for SR as they go back up by 3.
This has been shocking, Parker. The fact that DZ have struggled so much here on Nighthaven Labs, it's not their strongest map, but it's not like it's one they never play. 2 matches so far this season, a loss to Wildcard back during the kickoff, but then beat Wildcard, got their revenge here in Salt Lake City, so they know how to play this map. This shouldn't be an unfamiliar position for DZ to be in, but they just feel a little bit lost.
that's
They feel
so
a little bit
good.
disconnected. How many of these gunfights are going down where they're not even looking at the player shooting them back? Sometimes, like that NJR death, yeah, they're taking fair 50-50 fights, but even then, because of the drone economy, it feels like
I think Spoit's coming online here, too. Everyone's coming online.
The snake. This is after you've already banned Ambi's most played operator on this map. This is worrying for the guys on DZ.
I mean, if we've seen anything from Ambi over the entirety of this event, Jesse, it's that he is so flexible and he can kill you on both sides of the map. He can kill you on any bomb site. He is really a massive threat to take down, and he's well backed up by Rebellion. Again, a big stylistic difference between these teams. Lots of fragging potential on the Rebellion. There's still plenty of fragging on Dark Zero, but they are more support-oriented. They're more well-rounded, quote-unquote, team.
Sure.
We said if NJR and Newer struggle in the kill department, we don't know if there will be enough for DZ. Well, so far, their star fraggers amount to 6 kills in 6 rounds. That is just...
Come on, let's keep it going. Let's keep it going.
Finally, it took us 6 rounds, but we have made it to the top floor of Nighthaven Labs. And again, this is a bit of a double-edged sword, because if DZ do win this, there's going to be question marks. Why didn't they come here earlier? They come into this with this being their highest win rate bomb site, winning 2/3 of all rounds on this site here in Salt Lake City, so they've got some history with it, but I think it's deciding before this match began that being more unpredictable, trying to throw SR off was more important. They will finally go back to old reliable, and this kind of starts to test SR too.
All right, come on.
Now you've played 4 different sites.
Oh, let's keep it going.
They will no doubt be prepared and have plenty of experience attacking this top floor, but it's not an easy bomb site to deal with, really.
No shields played in this entire first half by Shopify Rebellion either. That is a minor change-up for this team. So again, if you think you're a bit overexposed here, and to be fair, they don't play a ton of shields here on attack.
Yeah.
But
We took some of their shit. That's ours now.
6-7 hand thing, by the way.
That's ours
Oh,
now.
I'm sorry, but Canadian plays a lot of Monty, specifically on this bomb site, which is why it's a little strange not to see it. Favoring the Ying. This is not a brand new op for Canadian, but we haven't really seen it since April, since the kickoff when SR played this map domestically. So you're going to have to go a little bit back in your brain if you're DZ. If you're expecting this strategy, I'm sure they will be. NJR on that Warden, probably the most important operator to counter Canadians.
All right, we're not taking up any space yet.
Or find a different angle around him if they want to execute off of these
Very methodical.
They've been running drone ops on 5 of these 6 rounds to gain more information. It has been the undoing of Dark Zero as they look like they're playing a little bit too conservative with their defender forces. This is something they call out very wisely read after round number 2. It has not changed, but down goes Spoit.
Oh, he's still got that nitro. All right, there you go, Ambi.
Ambi is on the board. NJR will hit the deck. Newer's paying compliments there to Ambi as Rexon knows there's one behind that deployable shield. This is a good
nice, Canadian.
Plus Kino to Canadian. Time for the mayor to pop on up. He's got Lucy right by his side. J90 will get Rexon in the cross.
Damn,
It's
Ambi's
Ambi and
low.
Canadian combining for 10 kills, trying to make something work. A small ego peek by J90, and that ego is well earned. It leaves Canadian all lonesome upstairs. Dark Zero hoping to salvage this first half with a 4-2.
This would be nuts if he pulls this clutch off.
Best you're gonna get, and frankly, it looks like we're screaming in that direction. Foltz will get the kill.
All right.
Round number 1 ended with Canadian killing Foltz. Round number 6 ending with Foltz killing Canadian. A nice bookend to the first half, and it's a 4-2 lead for SR.
Nah, tell him, Jack.
I don't understand what that was.
All right. That's still a good half there. All right.
Oh,
The last guy
went Jehovah.
Oh, okay. I was confused. I didn't know he was talking.
Yeah.
On the stack side, Volker, quite frankly, right now I want to start out clearing these guys. I think before shipping anything really cheesy, let's just keep it more so standard. Like, obviously go on the fly with it, but like, let the fellas walk on a little bit. I think that's what I'm thinking right here. Started out.
Yeah.
And quite frankly, too, off seeing what they started with right here, I think they prep for us. They're not probably going to do the fucking AIDS bans for the clash itself, so you don't really need to worry about that. I don't think. If they do, we can do what we talked about, but I don't think they're going to do it. Just keep it pretty standard.
Yeah, I mean, we could just run the Thermite, Ace, Thatcher, get the tools wall, get the weed wall, and then we have the Ace for inner wall.
Yeah, this is grand finals, baby.
Just get creative.
This is for all the marbles.
These guys, right now as well, you just got those 2 rounds, like, I guarantee you they're already starting to think about this map. They were so pumped up to play fucking Nighthaven today.
Yeah, we get this
Finally
first
got an
one, bro.
opportunity. You get this
Just
first one,
snowball. We
they
just
might.
snowball it, bro. We just snowball it.
And if not, use it as a nice little
They're
warm.
gonna start seeing points like 2
Oh, we got a
seconds
long day.
later.
We got a long
Guys,
line,
for basement, they have 2 attacks that we saw. They were both essentially clears. One was just a split, one was a full clear. For this, it's essentially going to be they can bring a shield
alright.
fish, walk down with him like a sledge.
We just
Ace is
gotta
gonna open up the
keep
wall,
our
then look to
cock
go
on their
after.
chin.
Deimos
We were
can go
doing
mud,
so
but he's Deimos,
well
so
in that
he
first
might float
half. We
around
just
in
gotta
that
keep
area
that
in
up.
General, Dokkaebi can go lobby or he can go 90 window, okay? So I think the biggest thing to just keep in mind there for basement is it is likely they are going to clear you. The other way they would clear is they flip the shield to lobby with Ace. They'll bring like a striker above, like maybe con side or the hatch. If he opens the wall, that is the guy who would go above, okay? And then Dokkaebi's going to go fish side. So just be aware of that. For kitchen, they basically do a Hori. They'll bring the ram above. They like to put a Blackbeard or any kind of shield outside the 90 window, so they might double up there and have a shield and like...
Cool, calm, and collected. Those are the vibes being given off by Callout in that halftime, Parker, and it really did feel like they were taking this as kind of a unexpected victory.
What's your rank in Siege? Gold 1 right now. I play like 2 or 3 games a day, so it takes a while, but we're doing alright. Solo queue's been quite an adventure.
And Callout said it. Even if they don't win on Nighthaven, they didn't come into this series expecting to. They're treating it as a bit of a warm-up. So clearly they're confident on the side of DZ, immediately talking a bit about that clash. And as I'm seeing Nomad Capitao bands coming through, you know Canadian's going to be loving that operator.
Yeah, and I mean, the old saying, I've said it many, many times this event, you're never in danger until you lose at home. If SR dropped this map, and then, like almost every team before them, dropped Chalet to probably the best
I know about rank
Chalet
3.0
team in the world at the moment.
Yep.
You go on to
That'll
your
be
map
nice,
with your back against
'cause right now the
wall,
rank
and then
system
you
makes
need
no
a
sense.
reverse sweep to get out of that position. So obviously Dark Zero trying to temper expectations, manage emotions. This is one of the best things that Callout does. He is as much a strategic coach as he's a mental coach.
Yes.
All right, let's go.
Two
Let's
of the
go.
best
Come on,
coaches in
guys.
North America.
Let's go, boys.
Out here we got the battle between Seth Hoffman versus Seth Mick. Battle of the Seths there at the Brain Trust from Dark Zero and Shopify Rebellion. They've been around the block. The best 2 coaches, domestic coaches, I think you could say, in North America over the last couple of years. There's no real debate about that one.
We had lunch with Lagonis yesterday. How dare you say that about him?
Well, again, not domestic, right?
No,
Fabian's a
you
great
can't
coach
call
in
him
NA, but he's European.
All right,
Lagonis is a
Spoit,
great coach,
Azami,
he's Brazilian.
best
In terms of
Azami in the
actual
world.
coaches,
Now let's just keep doing what we were doing in the first half. We were looking real good.
They hire me for my hot takes, Parker. That's what they always say, right?
I don't know too much about Nighthaven Labs. I don't know if it's more defender-sided or attacker-sided. I couldn't tell you. I've only played this map like twice on the ladder recently.
The thing to keep an eye on here is how Dark Zero is able to start off his attack.
And I want to focus in on this clash once again. Callout specifically said he didn't think they would go for these bans that are anti-clash. He didn't expect the Nomad Capitao bans, but he said if they do ban those,
50-50?
just do what we talked
Okay.
about. I wasn't in the Dark Zero team meeting. Unfortunately, I didn't quite make it to that one. So I don't know. Yeah, unfortunately, the invite just didn't show up in time. But we'll get to see front and center what that looks like, what their counter to the clash is. It's always going to be awkward, though. Canadian is keeping this IT wall closed. The impact goes out first to stop that exothermic. And the last exothermic charge from NJR being placed on this wall. If this gets denied, this could be huge.
It doesn't look like it'll happen.
Yeah, it's all right. It's all right.
Opens up.
Crisis averted.
Canadian walks back a little bit. Decent timing by Dark Zero now to get that wall open, and the jostling that Rebellion were doing will fall short. Didn't even really see the Thatcher be that much of a contributor to that. I think a lot of teams are expecting the Nitro cell out there, and you can blast it with that EMP. Kind of hard to do that with Impact. It's pretty much impossible. So,
Yeah.
oh,
Nice, Rexon.
that Nitro cell don't miss. Rexon, the leadoff pick, and now it's Kino disoriented over by Fish.
Let's go.
The Snake now getting chased on down.
Nice, nice, nice.
Menaced by Canadian. Canadian didn't get either.
Good shit, Canadian and Rexon. That was good. That was really good. That was like a horror movie. Good work.
Gap with that final round in the first half. Typically, we see teams win this and close it to just a single round. Dark Zero, if they're going to do that, they've got some serious work to be done in the final minute.
Feels like things have not gone to plan here on the side of DZ. Now at a two-man disadvantage. They're still getting caught out by these gas pipes. It's going to slow things down even further. They're hoping for a swing to come through, but it's unlikely that anybody will bite.
Yeah, we don't need to swing.
Holding that
We don't need to
E-box
swing.
window. Newers up the Fish stairs, hoping for a bit of a sneaky frag. They don't know he's here.
Is he going to hit? Yeah, I'm a little worried.
Now the Dread Mine's up, though. They're going to hear him if he starts to walk through.
It's been activated. The Snake of Newers
Now we know.
making his presence known, shooting through the wall. Dark Zero stalling out entirely, Jesse. 30 seconds have gone by, and there's been very limited movement. Newers existing over on this Fish side of the map. He's done so for so long. He'll walk up, take dry engagements with the F2. You can easily kill multiple.
Nice, Ambi.
He misses the opportunity. Ambi with the take.
Nice point.
As well.
There we go. Yes, yes, yes. Good shit.
First round,
Oh, that was so
round two.
fucking
The
surgical.
Rebellion 2 rounds away from winning their own map.
And that's a statement round win, Parker, as well. That breaks an 11-round streak where DZ have been flawless on their attacks. Back during FaZe Clan, they didn't lose a single attack through maps 2 and 3, and they won their final attack on map 1. So they had won their 11 previous attacking rounds. They will finally drop one.
Oh, Rexon hit him with the same nitro.
Against SR. That's a big moment to come through from the Rebellion. Again, you kind of talk about that clash. It was focused on by Call Out and attack timeout. They said they had a plan for it. I assume that was something to do with the Thatcher playing on the roof, but whatever the game plan was for Dark Zero, it was not able to come to fruition. SR very confident on that top floor site. Canadian
Very good. 2 more. Let's get 2 more.
2 players on Rebellion have broken double digits already. Both Rexon and Ambi sitting on identical score lines. 10 kills, 2 deaths, 1 assist. They are eating.
God,
very
Rexon
well
and
here in
Ambi
Salt
are
Lake
fucking
City. Now,
frying, bro. They're
Much of
cooking.
the conversation has been around 2 of the players on Rebellion about them not getting enough kills. But Jesse, there's only so many kills to go around. And right now they're being funneled into the 2 best aimers on Rebellion as of today. It is working out very effectively. Again, Dark Zero, their fraggers being overwhelmed and shut down, and there is just not enough in reserve to deal with here. Things could change. You like to say it. There's 2 halves of each map, but Dark Zero are running out of time.
Yeah, no doubt about that. DZ need to change the game plan a little bit. They've already burned their attack timeout back after round number 2.
Let's
so
just keep that going. Come on.
Even if we do head into overtime, they won't get a chance to talk with Call It unless Super decides to call his tack timeout for SR, but he has no plans of doing any of the such because they're up 5-2. They're comfy, and as far as the storage bomb site goes, man, this is very similar to the last site.
And I was going to say, an added benefit of banning the Nomad in Capital, your zombie on Raptors can play so much freer as well. So it's not just a flash counter. It has a reverberation across this entire map. So Rebellion know that, and they're going to use that to very good effect.
And again, like some people might say, why don't you ban the Clash? Why don't you ban the Azami? But you really just can't on Nighthaven Labs. The wall denial is too important. Bandit and Kaid are so powerful to keep these walls closed, and teams just do not like to play up against that.
Oh, fuck, that
Very
was a little
common bans
scary.
coming out here.
That cross was a little scary.
You know Jalen's feeling good when he decides to go for an ego peek on the IT wall.
Ooh, and then he just zapped the drones. So
Nice, Rexon!
11th kill for Rexon. Down goes
Nice, Ambi! Let's go!
Ambi and Rexon again. The Ambi and Rexon show. We go round and round and round, and again, Dark Zero is suffering through this.
11 and 11 on the kills, make a wish. It's SR who have been dominating now throughout this map. They are so close to map point. They just need to find 3 more frags, and Canadian will continue.
Nice, there you go, Surf!
Difficult Surf with 1 or Kino, and it's just J90 and False to hold it down.
If this continues through this series, this might be a quick one for the Rebellion. DZ not looking like
Oh,
themselves.
that's
A Hail
fucked.
Mary through the wall. J90 will find Ambi. Could kickstart some offense that DZ is so desperate to find.
No,
Still
no,
1
no,
minute to
no,
go.
no.
The Clash still on the board. 2 gas
Wow.
canisters in pockets. Fultz taking some damage there, but his position also given away. Dark Zero, with the exception of that lone pick by J90, is coming.
No,
with
watch the
that
cross,
beat.
fuck.
They
Oh my
might
god.
Be able to get Spoit now trapped into the corner. J90 will test his reflexes, expecting follow-up. The jiggle peek with the deagle out. Spoit doesn't really need to do anything. They can call
Yep,
somebody
just wait,
to
just wait,
assist.
just wait. Yeah, just wait, just wait, just wait.
They're terrified. I mean, it's just Spoit with an eagle, but they don't know what's coming next. Good damage on the Canadian, but not quite enough. Gets knocked back with the can there, but it's not still enough to get the frag.
HP low on the side of Rebellion. I mean, you still got to favor them in this altercation as Darkseer are dragging this one out. They're waiting as
Nice, Rexon!
Time at the hands of the Rebellion. J9O's last man standing. 4 targets to find, 4 on the board.
That's such good shit. One more here. One more.
We're on map point.
Woo!
is powering through this.
This has been a quick one. The Rebellion dominating on their own pick. And again, I really like the team play that we're seeing out of Shopify Rebellion, Parker. It feels like they're working so in sync in a lot of these rounds.
Oh god, yeah they are. They're working so well together.
They weren't getting into really early gunfights, but they were still able to work together when they did go for those picks. I thought Canadian was so critical on the clash here in this round, really protecting his teammates as they tried to get back to site. This is brutal. They literally had him on the B's, Parker. They had a suspicion of where he was, but still Ambi gets away with a frag. Again, Canadian is able to kind of block them as they rotate back down through the lounge hatch. Faults had a really good angle.
Nice.
It didn't matter with the clash blocking that rotate back to site. So it just feels like SR, everything is going to plan.
Could you say bees on the bees?
All right.
Bees on the bees.
Bees on the bees. Rexon
Let's get one more here.
By the way, if you don't know the history behind Rexon, he is completely deaf in one ear, so he plays with sound in only a single ear. If they're coming from that direction, maybe he doesn't hear them. So
Yeah.
a bit of a minor.
That's like my
handicap
one
with the
earbud
scoreline
strats.
Rexon has right now, you would never know it. Outfragging Ambi as Ambi is still Jesse in pursuit of the record that you said set by Solotov in Copenhagen. We checked multiple times. If anybody wants to correct us, we went directly to Ubisoft because we found a couple different numbers and they were all over the place. So we did some actual math ourselves, landed at 203, confirmed by Ubisoft. If this scoreline repeats itself on Chalet and maybe another map, I just don't think there's enough runway for Ambi to land that. But if we go deep into map 5, there's an entire possibility we see a new record set.
Poor Ambi. 3 O's too quickly and doesn't get his kill record. What a shame.
Guys, couldn't we have lost at least one so I could have gotten it? Like, come on.
Well, both he and Rexon have been dominant so far through this first map, Parker. Rexon, again, has been incredible. He's been positive or even for the last 8 straight maps. What a consistent player he has been for SR. This whole team has been gelling all weekend long throughout this tournament. They started all the way back in phase 1. They had to fight
Come on.
tooth and nail just to get to the Swiss phase. They had to fight through that as well just to get to the playoffs. And now, after an incredible run, they have the ability to do something magical when their first ever finals as a team. It could be a big moment for them. Basement here, 2 minutes remaining, Parker. All of the roamers have more or less fallen back.
I hate to harp on the numbers here for Dark0, but nobody paused.
Oh, close.
Bolt suffers through an impact that was likely intended for the boogie drone.
Yeah, he missed it. It's all right.
Damage done, but still something that you have to consider moving forward. NJR holding that diffuse kit.
Yeah, we got damage out of it then.
Even if Boltz was on low HP, it's not going to be the one planting the case. You don't need to worry about any errant nitro cells impacts, anything along those lines. Kino now asserting himself as he hits one of those proxy alarms. Dark0 up top on the main floor, looking to isolate these roamers from the Rebellion, and so far, they haven't really been able to do that.
Oh, Rexon, they might know he's here. They definitely will now as a shield spots him out. The impact goes forward. Kino takes a bit of damage from that, but
Come on, Rexon.
doesn't
Come on,
get a shield
Rexon.
break, so no early kill coming
Nice.
out. What a shot, Rexon.
Ah, that's all right. That's all right. 1 for 1 there is fine.
That's insane.
Good value
And
for
got
the
some
trophies
damage
already
on
had,
Blitz.
So not the end of the world that J9O is in the ground. Kino on the follow-up is the best that you can hope for in that situation. Dark0 now have to outmaneuver this Rebellion team for the final 50 seconds, or else that's curtains. And we go over to Chalet.
We got a Nitro being played by Surf. 3 toxic bays from Canadian. The first one just gets used here inside of Exo, so that's going to be a little bit of time denial, but the clock really isn't here for Dark0.
We don't have to peek this. We don't have to peek this.
This plant is unlikely to be successful.
And Spoit knows exactly where this push is coming from. He's far enough back, and you know how he's been shooting over the course of this event. Very quiet because he's been playing a sheltered role here on this map, but he can still do some serious damage. I'm looking at Kino and NJR here, though. If they fail this one, if Canadian is unable to succeed, that just might be the ballgame. But hold on, Ambi's tucked into the corner. They don't know.
Oh,
Canadian
fuck.
waiting it out.
Oh,
Kino
no.
NJR the other. A great entry by Dark0. 2 remaining from the Rebellion with only 10 seconds to go.
Oh, Spoit, nice.
Finds some targets. He'll do
Nice, Surf. Holy fuck.
another. It's
Oh my god. Oh. What the? Oh my god, that was so good. Holy shit, that was clutch. Ice in the veins. Holy fuck, Spoit and Surf. Wow. Wow. Love that. Love that. Absolutely love that. Great map 1. Fucking great map 1. Holy shit. What the fuck? Oh my god.
Congratulations, of course, a huge moment. And
all right.
With that, we turn
all right.
Our sights to
Let's keep it going. Let's keep it going, boys.
For Dark Zero, Jesse, safe to say if they lose this, they are in serious trouble, and Shopify Rebellion enters up 1-0.
Yeah, there's no other way to cut it, Parker. Nighthaven Labs was a statement for the Rebellion. Chalet must be a statement for Dark Zero in return. They are 2-0 on this map this season, beating Wildcard and just 7-1ing FaZe Clan yesterday. One of the most dominant matches that we've seen here at the 6 major so far. And for SR, they've got some 7-1 experience as well. Unfortunately, it wasn't quite beating FaZe Clan. It was more like losing to JJ Blast. So different sort of scenarios.
Hold on a second, you're talking about Ballsack Nation.
Of course I am, Parker. This has not been a good map for the Rebellion historically, but they would have known it was coming. They chose not to ban this map for a reason. They will have some strategies prepped to counter Dark Zero.
I mean, when you don't play Consulate, that's going to be your insta-ban. So SR know that Chalet is going to come through. The right call made by this Dark Zero team. Let's play Chalet early. If we flip a coin on Nighthaven Labs and we win, we are
why do they always ban Snake? Snake's just such a good intel op, bro. He just gets so much info completely for free, non-punishable. That's why you usually see Snake banned. You see him banned in just pub games too. He's just a really strong op.
Some concern for Dark Zero though, Jesse. What are you going to be looking for in these first few rounds?
Well, Parker, I want to see some new stuff coming out from DZ. Obviously, they've shown this throughout kickoff. They played it a couple of times.
All right, let's keep it going.
They've shown it against FaZe Clan as well. They haven't faltered ever really on this map, but they can't just rely on their old strategies. They're going to come through and they're going to start by banning the exact same operators they banned versus FaZe Clan, Snake and the Grim. And I think those are strong bans. There's no doubt about that. Snake in particular, again, an operator that plays a lot by Ambi here on Chalet. We've seen it every now and again from Rexon as well. But the Grim is not one that we see SR play a whole lot here, so it's going to be interesting to see what they want to respond with on the side of the Rebellion.
A really rough map stats-wise for the Rebellion. They are below 50% on both attack and defender win rates. Yep. So you are not expecting very much here from the Rebellion. And also, we can talk a little bit about the mental aspect of map number 1. This DZ team, they're cool under pressure, Jesse. I do not expect them to falter after the shellacking that they took. Usually in a best of 5, the first 2 maps really should be your strongest maps. It's what comes after that you need to be concerned with. So expect a mental reset from Dark Zero.
Yeah, they talked a good game, DZ did. We heard it from Call Out in the timeout. We heard it from Fault in that interview. They feel confident despite losing that first map, but now they've got to show up and showcase exactly why they're so
Let's go, Ambi.
Comes the library push.
Oh, he saw him, he saw him. Oh!
Yeah,
unlucky cross.
They amassed almost 20 kills back on map number 1.
Yikes.
They are just playing with their food on the side of Dark Zero here. A good jump out.
All right, rough start. Holy.
Will greet us on Chalet.
Holy. Terrible start there. They fucking slammed us.
That's the answer DZ needed.
Through personnel changes, Dark Zero went through. And then they decided, let's just throw the baby.
Let's get it together here.
All of it is gone, and they said, let's bring in some different.
That was just round 1.
We'll bring in 3 guys.
We just go next.
We'll
We take it here.
Who had some contractual issues with M80. It was not a team decision.
They play this map extremely well. I think maybe we just outshoot them, to be honest.
And they found their first finals berth with this new roster.
Yeah, it's crazy how fast the success has come from Dark Zero, but of course there is still work to be done, and as we load back into map number 2, that work will resume. NJR, I mean, you said it, he's been on this roster for over 5 years. That's an eternity in terms of esports. Vaults for a long time with the longest standing player on a single organization inside of North America, but that has changed as he moves from SSG over towards DZ this season. So lots of legacy, lots of history with these players. There are no strangers to the big light, to the main stage, but
come on, let's go, boys. Let's get it.
Top. Now again, Dark
Let's
Zero,
get it.
Early lead on this second map, Parker, but they need a lot more than that.
There really is a lot of history inside of this grand finals, and more history will be written, irrespective of which of these teams win. This is just the third NA versus NA matchup in official Ubisoft circuits. Canadian's team has won all of them up to this point. Dark Zero won one of them when Canadian was on that squad.
Oh, that was a little
one
scary.
of those teams will ultimately hoist this trophy. Dark Zero up 1-0 on their map. We are expecting DZ to kind of do the same thing to SR that SR did to DZ on map number 1. This is just such a good map, but Rebellion could still shock us.
Slow start for the Rebellion, Parker. This is exactly how they like to attack on Nighthaven Labs as well, and this will be a trend throughout this series. They're not going to be rushing into the building and getting these early gunfights. They're happy to take their time. Their drone game was so good on Nighthaven Labs that it can be good once again here on Chalet.
Does he know?
Playing on the outside window angles. Of course, they didn't ban out that as zombie, but it's not being played by Dark Zero. Instead, it was the Castle Band to come through from SR, and it makes things a little bit more awkward with all of these windows staying upright. Surf jumping in the building.
Close.
Surf manages to live a little bit longer than we might have expected. Rexon was looking for a cross on that upside down rappel. Only J90 will move now.
That'll flush him. That'll flush him.
A grenade from Surf. Its target manages to evade it for now, but he gets
Oh.
on the run. Surf misses a golden opportunity.
Damn, that's all right. That's all right. Come on.
He's in the middle of the site, Jesse.
Yeah, it doesn't have defuse kit, so can't plant, but that's still massive. Now keep in mind, top floor control is so important for this bomb site. Even with SR in control of the site, it's not favorable for them just yet. DZ have so many players up above the bomb site who can deny the plants if they start for it. But again, Canadians still outside the building. So before we see a defuse kit hit the ground.
Damn.
Drone work was a really key component of
Let's
the
get a pick
Rebellion's
here.
attacks on
Let's
Nighthaven
get a pick.
Labs. They have not let off the gas here whatsoever.
He saw his
Shields
tootsies.
absent as well from the
He
attacks
saw his
of the
little
Rebellion.
piggies.
So far on Chalet, shield play
Oh,
not
boy.
as important. Canadian running Twitch and operating.
Nice. There you go, Surf.
Well, Surf makes up for lost time, gunning down Fultz. You referenced Fultz's contributions in the first round. They will not come to pass now as there's 40 seconds left. Surf has not been pushed out of the bomb site at all, Jesse. He's still in there lingering.
But neither team sees much value in holding site control if you don't have positions up above. That's why Canadian pushes up the solar stairs, force back by the smoke, and we'll have to go for a
We're gonna have to
plant.
force.
Seems simple.
Come on, Ambi. Come on, Ambi. Swing it. Just swing it. Just swing it.
Too strong. Kino taking
unlucky.
And now a jump out as J90 gets one.
Come on,
Spoit
Spoit.
trades him back immediately. Surf calling for help inside the site. Canadian, where are you?
Nice, Surf.
Surf shredding everybody. There goes the defuse kit. It's a 2v2 with plenty of time left.
Man.
But Dark Zero's inability to flush out the top floor will lose them the round. Spoit dies in the hands of NJR.
Man.
It's all over before that kill comes in.
We're playing too
DZ
slow now.
up to a
Surf had
2-0
sight
start.
for so long.
Discipline on the DZ side of things, Parker. Really solid defense, not panicking when they lose that site about halfway
All right,
through
come
the
on.
round, feeling confident that as long as they hold above, as long as they hold below, they're comfortable.
You guys
Just
hear
like,
me?
not starting with the tone either.
Okay, listen.
Yep, answer me.
One, let's reset. We don't need any, like, going back and forth is fine, all right? What I want to say to you guys is we have so many gaps here, but we have to be reactive to the gaps we have. We can't just sit there for 2 minutes trying to figure out what to do. If Dame is applying pressure site there, we need to do something to apply pressure elsewhere, okay? We can't just sit around waiting for something to happen. I want us to continue to clear traps. If we see them, clear util and spread the map on them. They're reactive and you're getting gaps, okay? We need to, if we see a gap, guys, we have to be reactive to actually get to the gap or to help it. We can't sit there while one guy's fighting the whole team and everybody else is doing nothing. Together on the same page. If you have the gap, everybody go together.
All right.
Left side of your
Good
screen
coaching.
there, you can see what the audience is up to during the timeout. They're getting active. They're showing their
All
support
right,
for
come
their
on now.
favorite teams, but I think
Come on
some
now.
important
That was a
words
very winnable
being
round
said
there.
by
We
Super in that
gotta
timeout, Parker. Just deciding that
we
there
gotta
are not
tighten it
really
up a little bit. We gotta tighten the
coming out
screws.
from the Rebellion. They're creating pressure. They're creating gaps. There are ways for SR to work their way into the site, but they're not doing things in a lot of these moments. How long were we watching, whether it was Rexon hold an angle on the solar window, whether it was Ambi holding the angle down those snow stairs? It always felt like there was somebody in SR just sitting and waiting for a response. DZ have been too disciplined for that style of play. SR have to get reactive to find those gaps and capitalize on them.
And I think it's fair to say Chalet is a bit of a reactive map as well. Big difference between Nighthaven Labs and Chalet. Chalet is smaller. It feels smaller, at times very claustrophobic. Look at how much map control Surf was able to take, but he never got the top floor away from Dark Zero. What does that do? It means you have to fear the windows. It means you have to fear the jump-ins. It means you have to fear top floor control. There's just so many things to account for because at any moment, on a map like Chalet, fighting can break out. Now, obviously, that's true of every single map, but it is especially so on maps like Border. It is especially so on maps like Chalet. And if you can see
Okay,
the
come on now.
discipline from Dark
Let's
Zero,
get it back.
and then they strike based off of poor information or poor entry from the Rebellion, they will eat you alive, and that's what we've seen through 2 rounds so far from DZ's defenses.
Well, for our third site, Parker, Bar Games is the choice, and Shopify Rebellion will be bringing the sends execute strategy. They ran this back during
Yep, here comes the run out, they know.
The kickoff, and you can see Dark Zero
Good.
wanting to maybe capitalize on it a little bit. They are happy to get aggressive. Faults has found a couple of big moments outside the building on this map, but doesn't find anything early on this round. Again, SR, we know exactly what their pushes like to come through. Sometimes they'll go direct in through the window. When you've got Canadian on the sends, that is an
Let's
option
get a nice entry here. A nice entry frag would be so big. Just nice pick.
Really early control from the Rebellion. It's not being held by DZ.
I mean, maybe they want to pick
Yeah,
up the
chef.
pace a little bit and knock this Dark Zero entrenched style of defense off guard. Back onto Twitch they will go. A very incredibly valuable operator.
I like that a lot, Rexon. I like that a lot. Even though they traded, it's fine. I still like that.
Kino on a beautiful refrag. Great opportunity from Dark Zero, and still so calm even when things go bad.
Yeah, still, we're seeing SR get a little bit more active. They're trying to find these gaps and exploit them, but there are refrags coming out from DZ. 4v4 now. Spoit just inside a mudroom, has to jump on back.
Right, come on, guys.
The basement. They've got control of library. They have quite a bit of map control that DZ chose not to hold on to. They never really contested these parts of the map, so it's going to be on DZ.
Let's get it,
to
gentlemen.
Flank and go for a retake of these positions, or potentially even just concede them and then stop this execute when it comes through.
And they were
Trade it, trade it, trade it.
Denari tripwire established around Bar. The Solus of Fultz will hit the deck as both teams kill one apiece. Neither able to shake each other for the moment. Ambi holding that defuse kit.
Nice surf.
Easily for Rebellion here on this map.
We got numbers. They can't trade that.
They take the lead on round number
Nice.
3. Fultz will be harassed by that death mark, leaving Newers as the X factor, and he fought.
Nice surf.
But he loses the duel. Surf takes care of him,
And we know where he is thanks to the death mark.
Still being hunted down, his whereabouts known by Ambi.
Now just, yep. Good shit. Good shit. Way to bounce back. Way to bounce back. Very good. Very good. Very, very good.
Feels like he's always in the right position to find a bit of a gap to get things started on the side of the Rebellion, and it finally pays off in a round win for them now. He's played 3 different operators so far through Chalet, played Dokkaebi, Deimos, and the Ace, and that's expected to come through from Surf. He's played more different operators than any other player at the Salt Lake City Major, 46 different ops across the first, second, and third phase here at the Major. So he's such a thorn in your side at all times. They will ban out the Ace, of course, one of those 3 operators that he played just recently, so clearly feeling a bit of pressure with how good he's been, but even still, he will have such a wide arsenal to go through these next
all right.
on the attack. Shopify Rebellion, again, did a really good job of finding some of those gaps and taking the space that was given to them. Again, Rexon's able to walk into lobby for free. Ambi's able to walk into library completely for free. Like, they're getting a lot of this space, and because DZ are contesting it, it makes it almost easy for SR to start colliding with these kills, to rack them up one after another.
I mean, Chalet,
okay, now let's keep that going. That was good. That was good.
If you can drone them out and put them into unfavorable.
See, a little bit of aggression there, I think, is exactly what we need on this map here against them. Rexon going just right down the pipe there for that entry is good. That just opened it right up for us.
Obviously, Rebellion have been eschewing the shields, Jesse. It is a bit abnormal. I know that we've been talking a lot about Canadian playing these shield operators, whether it be Blackbeard as part of their arsenal or Blitz and Monty being far more common. Dark Zero has not needed to bring out a shield ban against SR on either of these maps.
Yeah, it's really surprising. Coming into this, 46% of attacking rounds saw Canadian bring a shield, but now through 2 maps, he's only done it once on the attacking side. That was Monty to kick off Chalet, and now as they return to that same bomb site, he won't even look to repeat. He's going to be jumping right onto the Ying, so it's clear that SR are not so reliant on Canadian playing those shields. He's still, again, maybe not the biggest contributor in the frag department, but that's okay. He's able to call, he's able to use this utility and find space for his teammates to get some picks.
Well, back to the bomb site that started off this affair, and it was a flawless win for Dark Zero as they patrolled all of the main arteries of this map, especially that top floor. Rebellion were hoping for some early picks, if you recall, looking to carry the momentum that they earned in map number 1.
They really do
onwards.
give a lot of
Obviously
space around
did not
site.
end up happening. Then it was won flawlessly by DZ. Very little that we saw from DZ that looked bad, and hey, history's repeating itself. J9 Fultz with the 2 opening picks.
They play that site so well.
Knocked astride as the 2 tips.
All right, maybe Spoit, Surf, Nadian pull off a little miracle here.
In the ground. now.
Yeah, so good. Again, this used to be a support duo back on SSG, Faults and J90, but they've played a much more active role since combining their forces with NJR and Kino, and it's really been paying off. These guys have incredible gun skill, and especially when they're playing together, that chemistry that's been established over years of playing on SSG has been so big for them.
Yikes.
Everybody getting active.
Oh, well. Alright. It's alright.
NJR
Come
with
on.
another pick for Dark
Just go
Zero.
next.
DZ just have 2 more to find, and they will go right back to the lead that they had prior to the start of round number 3. Spoilt Canadian.
Unless?
Often
No.
coupled together. Canadian gunned down by Fultz. Fultz having a sensational game so far. 6 picks for the captain, as it could very well be another.
Oh, yikes.
A 4K from Fultz to give us a flawless round.
Oof.
SR will not get a
Man.
single kill on this top floor bomb site.
That is a bomb site to forget if you're a Rebellion fan, no doubt about it. The good news for SR fans in the crowd is that they will not have to attack it until overtime if we get there. But Faults, the captain of DZ, 7 kills across the 2 times they've played that map. Absolutely ridiculous. And again, it's coordination alongside J90. Faults is moving a lot on these defenses. He started upstairs kind of with Jack up in like library, like small office there, but then walks down those blue stairs for the first frag, goes back down in towards mudroom. He's always in a different position, and he's so difficult to clear out. Even in that final frag,
Okay.
he only gets it because J90 is causing
Let's
some problems.
just try and get one more on the board here, and then just really fucking hose them on defense, maybe. That'd be great. It is looking real rough on attack here for us. They really are locking this fucking map down.
Have a golden opportunity to actually beat that scoreline if this keeps going. A 7-1 is very much possible because the Rebellion, again, their defender win rate on this map is horrific, Jesse. So, if you
Yeah, this doesn't seem like it's our map. I really think what we should just be looking to do, knowing that this is their map, like they are fucking specialists here, and we are not good at this map, I genuinely think we should just be looking to take fights, aggressively take fights.
Especially on this kitchen bomb site, because you can keep that top wall closed inside of office.
Just simplify it.
Closed inside of fireplace as well. Like, there's a lot of good places for those claws. Expecting a bit of a different defense, Dark Zero will not oblige. They bring much a similar lineup as they did previously, with Newers lurking around that mid floor, going for a bit of a cheeky play.
And that's actually kind of what we're doing right now. See?
That shield down goes Fultz, but they trade it so well. Surf dies elsewhere. Twitch drone off the board. Could be.
Come on, Rexon. Come on, Rexon. Nice, Rexon. Very playable. Very playable. He's gonna. Yep. He's gonna. Nope. No. No. Oh, we're fine.
Advantage for Rebellion now.
I thought he was gonna try and swing it.
Very early on, we still have yet to hit the 1 minute mark.
A strangely aggressive swing from NJR. You don't see him making risks like that too often, but he does get hard punished there on the top floor by Rexon with the DMR. So
okay.
to counter that pressure from SR.
Nice.
This is a bomb
He's
they
tagged up.
with through the first quarter, but they've had a good answer so far.
J90 plugging holes.
We know he's on stairs. Yep.
Canadian now on the hunt, dancing around the
Oh,
gas.
yikes. Oh, yikes. That's just. That's.
Nade lands in his lap. He dances around it.
Nadian's getting a little too fast again.
Kino's also been able
If he had
to
just
get
waited,
control.
we were fine.
There goes the other nade, and Kino is still surviving. This is incredible.
Oh, what the fuck?
Newers there for the assist. Dark Zero is everywhere all at once. A third nade.
Nice, Ambi.
Maybe we'll get the follow-up. Finally,
Alright,
they
still
take
doable. It's
Kino
still
out of this
doable. It's still
position.
doable. Come on.
Even
Come on.
after
Rex and
all that time
Ambi.
waste, SR still have a pretty good number on the clock, Parker. Over 60 seconds still in this round. They can work with this 2v2 lead. Of course, they've got lots of information. The Lion and the Deimos coming through. You're out of Lion scans, but even still, you can get some really good insight on these last couple players.
It's gonna be fucking
Not quite full
impossible.
top control. J90 is up here, but you've got to be so careful if you're going for a plant.
Oh, and he's got the read on it. Jack seeing through those holes down below. This top
I
floor was the
think
main
you just gotta
impediment for
challenge
Rebellion
it.
last time. Surf sat down inside of this bomb site. The previous attempt. They don't have him now. They've got Ambi and Rexon to try to bail themselves out of this position. They were terrific on map number
there you
1.
go,
They have
Ambi.
not shown up the way
That's
that
exactly
SR
what I
has
think you
needed
gotta
them.
do.
There's a fall off for Rexon with 30 seconds to go. That looked like it might have been a mistake. Maybe he wanted the late flank. A double drop on in now as J90 will hit onto that death mark. He'll find himself the mute jammer.
Damn it, alright.
Off by Newers.
Ambi? No, that's gonna be tough, yeah. Alright. Yeah, this map's looking like a wash. Fuck. They play this map way too well.
demolishing the Rebellion.
If Nadian just slowed down on stairs there, I think we had it. He didn't need to push
I get
that.
a little bit worried because the Deimos tracks are there for SR, but Dark Zero, they are never really predictable. Right when they start to send a player up towards the top floor on the side of the Rebellion, DZ drop that hatch, they retake the site control. Brilliant shots being hit by both Newers and J90 in that 2v2. Some big moments coming out to clutch that one up. And of course, Kino, you have to highlight his play in that round. Phenomenal on the smoke. Often thought of as one of the best SAS players in the entire
If we can get
world.
one more here, it's still doable on this map.
And his time delay right here on the stairs, I mean, this was crazy. The fact that he doesn't get blind by the blitz there is insane. And then he just uses that to completely dominate the rest of the round. All of SR's attack has to turn their focus onto Kino, and he just makes them pay so much.
I mean, that is a tough position if you're not coordinating very well on Library Stairs. I mean, those grenades had no real follow-up other than the blitz, and I mean, that's a good bet, right? You drop an anvil on his head, you've got the blitz there in tow. Usually that's enough. That was not the case. And Kino is able to survive far longer than anybody thought he would. I mean, what Kino did wasn't particularly flashy, and we're not going to really remember that round for kills on his part, but we talk about impact versus kills. That is a very high.
I think that's the right idea, though. I think we just have to play aggressive. Just fucking send it at them and just try and outgun them. They're too good at this map. I think if we just try and take fights, it's our best bet.
The final round of this first half and hope to stem the bleeding.
Only the second round that Canadians played a shield again. We're going to keep tracking that stat. Both times now he has lost. Once on the Monty, once on the Blitz. So keep an eye out if he does try to move back over towards that strategy. Is it something that DZ are just too strong at countering so far? That seems like what it is. For now, though, they'll put him on the Ying and they'll start to go once again for this bar game site. It's a similar defense from Dark Zero. They're again not holding inside.
Let's just try and get one more on the board here.
Instead, chosen to extend throughout that mid-floor. Couple players up in sort of office too. Newers, the main culprit here, 5-1, holding the window as well. Can really get some cheeky plays, especially backing him up.
Cheeky?
Canadian held off the scoreboard so far. He's been in more kill positions than usual, Jesse. He's just not unable, or he's been unable to hit these marks.
Oh boy.
My goodness, that's a nasty one. When Newer starts to do stuff like that, you've got to be scared. He certainly has the potential to dominate a game.
There you go, Spoit. There you go, Ambi.
A good one to punch from the Rebellion.
Yep.
J90 on the board as down goes Spoit. Canadian getting defused, gets the halfway.
Nice.
Where is the coverage? Trying to get to the side.
Oh, Ambi, that was so close. Oh, Ambi. All right, that was a really good one to get. That was a really good one to get. See, that's what I'm saying, man. They know the map so well. They play this map so well. Just play aggressive like that. Just push them and make them outfight you. That is. I think that is how we beat DZ on this map.
Try to play the fucking flash. Yeah, I mean it really does not fucking matter on this map, quite frankly. Yeah. And then for the third ban Bulker, just like if we want to start like increasing the pace and moving on these guys, we go for a Thorn too.
Yeah.
I don't think we need to. And then if it does go back to overtime right there, again, like that, you guys are doing really good the entire deep step, just right there at the very end. As soon as we float away from like the fucking spot, like they just ISO'd us again. We forgot that we banned the ace, like they can't open that sock wall, keep mine. Most people aren't gonna bring fucking EBs for that. Just keep playing it.
They have to do that, so they don't know anything else.
Now we can do a little shally attack though, fellas.
Yeah, it's we proper.
Oh, that'd be really proper, Junior. If you drone front door, you see there's no traps, another Abinai.
A nice display of art.
I mean, I'll do it.
Perhaps.
Nice display of
I
art.
don't think I won't.
I don't think you will. Ooh, Nick Jr. on the rock.
I'm gonna do it with
And
the
then,
on the door.
Bulker
My
too,
point.
quite frankly as well, like the Master, if you see like a really heavy extension, and maybe they have stuff for the ISO setup, like they're doing like the, like a 50 solid scheme where they have like the games area, fire, like dude playing like Ivy side office and like soul
It's
area.
gonna be slant. Kino is always gonna be on a shield, so here he'll probably be Monty. For that attack, he looked to go library double. Fultz likes to go games window, and basically they want to just clear over. Deimos is just going to sit under in kitchen while they're clearing, okay? So Deimos will be like kitchen side under, and they're trying to go for the clear. What they will do, this is what we need to understand, is that I need us to hold our zones and fight. Do not over-rotate, because if you give something up, like in their match yesterday, FaZe backed up and gave them solar. They left one person there, and they flipped the entire tank, so they had none of the map, okay? We need to fight these guys, okay?
Exactly.
We're running a lot of traps, if you notice on the strats. I want us to make sure that we're using those traps to try to track so that we can help where we need to and understand where shit's cleared so we understand where they could be, okay?
Is that Deimos?
No.
So Snake and
Snake
Black-
Blair.
Snake
Snake
Black.
Blair. Or BB. Blackbeard. Okay? That means
Listening to Super
All
over
right.
these last couple of games, Parker, has been one of my favorite parts of the Salt Lake City Major. The experience that and knowledge that he brings into those timeouts is so incredible. Always talking about the strats that they're expecting to see from their opponent, and then a little bit just going into their own strats, wanting to play a lot of shield or wanting to play a lot of traps, expecting some shields out of Kino, and then maybe trying to take some space as well. Aware of what happened in that FaZe Clan game earlier for Dark Zero as well. So really nice coaching coming out from both players, but particularly Super coming in once more. This guy was pro back in Rainbow Six Vegas, Parker. He dipped his toes
Holy
into Pro
fuck.
Siege when he was on Arrow, when he was on
Vegas.
Rogue. Had to kind of start over in Sonics. I remember casting him back in Challenger League Season 9. He has been really grinding with this team. Finally brought them up to Tier 1, brought them to many different events, swapped over to coach, and now finally stands on a major final stage.
Mr. 1.6, as that was his KD for a short period of time, many
Did you see the
moons
Vegas
ago,
map they're adding to
pillar of the
Siege? I did
community
not.
Himself. Large streamer, but you know, he's been a little busy lately, not able to co-stream as reliably because he is back in action, and I mean,
10 seconds to insertion.
that hard work has paid off. You can talk about his mechanical
5
ability,
seconds
but his
left.
mind for the game has never been questioned. And I mean, you say
All right, come on, boys. Come on, boys.
This
This is still very winnable. This is still very
As
winnable.
we always say with good coaches, you can coach a team, but you can't play for all 5 players, and it is really a team affair.
Well, we didn't quite get to catch the first couple of bans that Dark Zero were hoping for, but clearly it's been Castle Miro, very similar to what we saw being banned out by SR. They did say after those first 3 rounds, they might want to ban out a Thorn, depending on what SR are playing. Super himself said that our
come on.
strats have a ton of traps, so that Thorn very likely going to be that ban after round number 9. But for now, it stays open. Spoit will jump on the operator, and the clear will start from Dark Zero. Bomb site over towards Master. It's going to be on that top floor site. You can see clearly Dark Zero wanting to take this library side before anything gets too crazy.
And they're very quick to the punch here. 45 seconds chasing down the
No. All right, good trade, good trade. That's the blitz down. That's a good trade. Oh, we needed that one though. Oh, yikes.
And Rexon having a tough one. There goes Spoit as well.
Yikes.
If you read into the numbers and you think the
Steamrolled.
Rebellion really
Eek.
is underwater on these defensive numbers,
All right.
you can just go in quickly and overwhelm them. If that was the plan for Dark Zero, it's working
Oh.
out very effectively.
Oh,
Canadian
boy.
Yet to find
Oh,
a kill.
boy.
He'll have to turn that around.
God, they're
Dark
so
Zero
scary on
lead
this map.
this
Oh my
East.
god.
Oh my god! One of the most dominant rounds so far in this series, and DZ are now 2 away from taking their own map.
Yikes. All
Tell you,
right.
Parker,
We just go to the
defending
next
versus
map,
DZ
I
on Chalet
think.
is not something I would wish on my worst enemy, and certainly for SR.
For me?
Well, yeah, I wouldn't even wish it for you.
Thank you.
No problem, buddy. 5-2 now on the scoreboard, and it really does look like an explosive execute. You see the difference in pace between Dark Zero and SR. It took Rebellion a long time to get in the building and get those opening picks. You said it, 50 seconds deep, and Kino gets that opening frag then in onto Ambi. At the same time, NJR did a great jump in. He actually vaulted in the mezzanine window with the glass to be able to get a smoke pick onto Rexon halfway through there. So some shenanigans on the glass. DC, a very deep strap look on this map, and they showcase it early on Chalet.
I mean, at this point, you do have to wonder if you just mentally move on to the next map. I mean,
I'd say just try and get some kills and go next.
About map number 1. Hey,
I think you just meet them on their push, get a couple kills, and then go next. I think this one's probably cooked here.
Yeah.
I think that's the
If I can give
strat.
some copium to the SR fans, that round was...
I wouldn't even bother trying to play slow or anything. I would just straight up, like exactly what Rexon's doing here.
It still beat them. It was still a difficult proposition, but they at least know that what they were expecting is what they're going to get.
Just try and meet them on their run-in or something. Like we just need to get a little something going into the next map.
That plan in practice is often very difficult, but they should still know what their plan is through these next couple of rounds. They won't be completely shook by that first defense.
What a turnaround it's been from Dark Zero on the kills component as well. They were really struggling on map number 1.
Yeah, we ate their lunch map 1. They fucked our butt map 2. This was their pick, so that's expected to happen.
I mean, the scoreline should suggest that, but just because you're even in round count doesn't mean the kills are going to be coming your way. This is a rough spot to be in for Rexon, looking to not be the first casualty here in a very critical round for the Rebellion. They flushed him out of this chimney spot. He's now going to have to tuck into the alcove here in Library, as that's where the assault from Dark Zero will come. Logic Bomb's following up on that counter arrow. This is a bit of a rough one right now as Fultz guns down. Rexon hits him with the good night in all chats. Dark Zero got the start that they wanted here on round number 8.
What do you do as a response to the Rebellion? You've got to find some way to make a play, but you're being flashed out of your current positions. No swing from Spoit. He can sit just inside the mezzanine for now. They haven't really applied that pressure that they're looking to, but the players on Dark Zero are all around this map. They've got Kino inside of Kitchen. They've got Engine.
I legit think just play fucking unhinged, man. Just go crazy.
One-dimensional push for long.
Just fish for some kills, some wacky ones.
Still persist. Spoit has taken up spot in that same area Rexon was playing in, a very critical part of this map, but he's punished by J90. DZ hunting SR for sport at this point. A slower round, but Dark Zero looked just as methodical as they did the time before. That calls upon the 3 remaining players from Rebellion with a minute to go to coalesce around this bomb site. Can they do it, Jesse?
They've still got 2 toxic babes from Surf. They've got some good plant denial to play around. They really need to get aggressive. That's why you see Canadian all the way over the hall. Newers finds and
damn
moves aren't paying off, and now it's a 2v5.
Yikes.
And it's Surf and Canadian yet again. Canadian still searching for that first kill. They will call upon him as well as Surf does double duty. Watching in Freezer as a nade drops in his lap. He just manages to inch away from it as the toxic gas goes out. Canadian outdueled, and there
wow. Yeah.
Round as Dark Zero moves to map points.
They're too good on that map. They're too good on that map.
From the team in purple.
Just straight up too good on there.
We said they had to respond with a statement of their own, and Parker, it looks like they're doing just that. It was 7-2 for the Rebellion on map number 1, and now we are just 3 minutes away from another 7-2, but this time the sides are swapped. Dark Zero dominating their own map pick, just like we saw from the Rebellion. You gotta give credit to how well DZ were isolating these picks. It seemed like it was always like a 1v4, a 1v5 on all of these frags, especially early on the top floor. It just wasn't a team game from the Rebellion. They were being picked apart one by one as Dark Zero were able to work from multiple different angles. I said it earlier, but players in kitchen, players in piano.
That happens. They rinsed us here.
It just felt like all the angles that DZ could be in, they were in. Makes it incredibly oppressive to play against, and SR will need to be flawless for the next 4 if they want overtime.
Well, I mean, I don't envy Fox and Laxing's job after that one. What do you pick up on? Do you pick up on the intel game? Do you pick up on the trades? Do you pick up on the map control? Do you pick up on the utility play? Because there really has been no downside to this Dark Zero chalet. They have dominated the Rebellion on both sides of this map. As we expected, the numbers show just how weak the Rebellion are on defense. Dark Zero are exploiting that, and they are doing it.
Yeah, we are not very good on this map. And they are so good on this one.
On their second map, he was the lowest rated player on DZ back through map number 1, but he's answered big time here on their own pick. It's just his second ever career event. He won the 6th Invitational. It has taken 19 straight events since to make it back to a grand finals, but Fultz has done just that here against Rebellion. You know he's not going to let this moment pass.
Amazingly, I remember when Fultz was on that old Challenger League team with Merc and the like, and I was patiently waiting for the debut at a Tier 1 level, and now Fultz is seen as the elder by a lot of players. I am so old, Jesse, and so too is Fultz as he captains this team and gives tons of valuable experience to the rest of these players.
He was playing against Super down in Challenger League back in the days when he was on OC and Super was on Elephant Gang. It was the good old days down in Tier 2, let me tell you.
All right, let's just get us a little something. Let's just get us a little something.
Utility pushing these Rebellion players into their waiting arms. Logic bombs go off, Bees as well.
Here it comes.
Canadian is through the smoke. Kino will now hunt for something. Make a misstep in the Rebellion's round. Could go up in smoke. Jane, I know, punishing Spoit. Nobody on the Rebellion able to put up much of a fight on this second half at all. Halfway point, damage being done. There goes Surf. Canadian taking serious damage. This one just might be over already.
Another flawless?
What do you do?
God damn, man.
You have to be able to find a way to battle back, but at this
absolutely
point,
dismantled us on this map.
I know already a single kill from outside the building. Why not another? Finds Canadian on a rotation, and Ambi and Rexon are left with it all to do.
Could it be another flawless round? Would this really be it? A 4th flawless round for DZ Rexon?
No flawless.
Down goes Kino, unable to stop the defuse kit, and a drop will not be had.
Yeah, that was terrible. All right, they 7-2'd us there. All right,
which I gotta say,
Really want a
killing an
repeat
analyst is a
performance
force
on
for our
Bank.
esport, but I mean,
Really want this
sorry,
to go
folks,
the
I
way
guess
it
you're
did the
only
last
through the
time we
short
played
straw
Bank.
here.
That's honestly on me. I thought I'd give a call, say, hey guys, your analyst segment's doing great. I guess it popped up the Doke thing. It wasn't meant to be such an explosive call.
My Korean's a little bit rusty, but isn't Dogobi something about an imp? Jesse, you are a little impish as a human being, so I mean, it does make an awful lot of sense. You might want to lay low, though. They are looking for you. You're wanted for murder. So.
All right, well, hopefully Fox can put himself back together for the second analyst segment after this map. But for now, Parker, we've got to load into Bank. And some would tell you that we're already 40% of the way through this grand final, but I would argue it is just getting started. The way these best of 5 goes, you get ban, pick, ban, and then only 3 maps remain. While this is technically going to be the pick of Shopify Rebellion, both of these teams banned maps out, and so we got just 3 maps left in the pool. So we expect both teams to be very comfortable.
Let's get it. Let's get it.
Absolutely, and I think we're
Let's go
gonna
ballistic.
have a pretty good show of this. As you said before, Chalet was fully over. It's a best of 3 now. The advantages are gone. It just comes down to map pool. So buckle up. Sit tight, go maybe get some beverages. It's, you know, Salt Lake, get a little thirsty. Salt probably doesn't help. Make sure you, well, yeah, grab some soda. That's all the rage here. And prepare yourself for Bank, as one of these teams will move to series point with a victory here on Bank. And then it really just comes down to, does that same team carry Cafe for a 3-1 victory?
And Parker, it's not every day you see a Tachanka ban in Rainbow Six Siege, but that is respect being shown to one man and one man only. NJR is without a doubt the best Tachanka player in the world. It's his most played defensive operator here in the Salt Lake City Major.
Let's go.
64%
Let's hop back in the driver's seat.
when playing that operator.
Let's start fucking
so good when it comes to
granny shifting and double clutching on him.
Let's just get rid of it. We'd rather deal with him on the smoke. He'll be playing a very similar position, starting in elevators and then backing off to play the site with those toxic babes to waste some time, but keep an eye on NJR.
Let's just get up on those cheeks and
losing that LMG and losing that
give him some of that.
This is a massive map. There will be lots of isolated engagements occurring on.
Has this always been here? I don't think so.
Of these bomb sites.
Last time I played Bank, this little area did not exist.
Where we are looking right now for round number 1. Expect there to be quite a bit of pugilism as these teams will come to blows. One of the things that really benefited Shopify Rebellion back in round number 1 was their drone work. That will be
maybe it did.
more important.
I just haven't played this map in a long time.
Incapable of using
Holy
intel
fuck.
correctly. They will be at a disadvantage. And dare I say it, Jesse, the team that uses intel best probably will be the team that ends up winning this map.
Yeah, and of course, Ambi and Spoit are going to be 2 intel operators that we typically see. Ambi over at the IQ, so changing things up a little bit. Usually we'd see him on the Snake for this bomb site, but not unusual to see that IQ instead. Of course, we'll come through to counter that Echo, so lots of utilities still being countered out. This really is not an aggressive hold from Dark Zero. They're happy to sit inside the bomb site. We started with Newers inside of open area. We started with NJR inside the elevators, but all of them had hatches that they were able to quickly drop back down to site, so not a surprise to see this one start so slow, but it'll really come down to the execute of the Rebellion.
Let's go, boys.
They've got the Habana. All the hatches should be open with no problem, but you're looking at this site and you're seeing yokai cams, you're seeing C4s, you're seeing toxic babes. Like, there's so much utility in the site that you've got to start with some man advantage, and that is not what they wanted.
That's
Well, you say Kino's a good SAS operator. They passed one of those 2.
We didn't drone that?
In the first pick here
Or did we just...
Bank will
Oh,
come
wait.
in his
Oh,
hands. Kino now on the run as Canadian was breathing down his neck.
Just wait.
It's been about,
No need to send
40
that. No need to
minutes
send
since
that.
Canadian was able to get a kill again. Not integral for the Rebellion. But Canadian gets some frags, especially on this map, where he's going to be playing a lot more shields than we saw on maps 1 and 2. They've got a yokai cam on him. Canadian is in a very vulnerable position, and this might be a great kill opportunity for Dark Zero.
We didn't need to do that.
But Kino doesn't care. Hits the head of Canadian instead and finds that body shot.
Well, so what are we doing right now? Boys, come on. Let's lock in.
But was also looking over towards blue stairs and maybe a bit of a step back for this DZ defense as they will reposition Echo's drone. Nade goes in. Kino flushed out of that position. Right
there you go, Rexon.
Good coordination. Rebellion still trailing numbers. 30 seconds to go. There goes the yokai drone in that same position.
Rexon Ambi Surf.
So integral to give information to Dark Zero. They will be flying a bit blind.
Oh, he's so low.
J9O will go for a full flank. What damage can he do? Rebellion have their hands.
Oh, Ambi
takes down Newers. They're boxed out of the bomb site. Rexon holding the defuse kit. A surprise lose for this Rebellion team as they will incur some damage. J9O still on the hatch.
It's just like...
Dark Zero not letting up after
That call with Nadian going in like that just doesn't make sense.
I theorize that maybe
We can't be doing that. We can't be doing that.
But he is better than that. Plays so well on the smoke there, Parker. You saw him delaying that plant for so long. They didn't really get to start it until there was maybe 5 seconds left in that round. Hit some beauty SMG 11 shots to close that one out too. Of course, you start with this 2-man lead coming out from these extended players, J90 and Kino, but even beyond that, it felt like a perfect round from Dark Zero, where the early game went their way. They didn't lose anybody on that very small roam, and then when it came down to the final seconds, I mean, 5 seconds is not going to be enough for SR to make an execute go through. Certainly not.
All right, let's lock in. Let's lock in. We're cold right now. Let's fire it up. Let's fire it back up. Come on, we gotta reset.
The Dark Zero maybe had a bit of jitters on that
Gotta
first
regain.
map. Obviously, they shook it off for Chalet. Business as usual. Both of these teams slugging on their favored turf, winning 7-2. Now we go back to SR's map pick, and things get a bit more usual here on Bank, Jesse. Typically, you're going to start on the weak side. That means DZ wants to defend on this map. That gives us a good idea of what the goal is for the Rebellion. The Rebellion, they probably want to win 2-3 rounds, but that is the high water mark for this map on their side.
Okay, come on.
These two teams, like, Bank maybe slightly leans defender-sided, but these two teams are both very good at attacking, so you really think 3-3 or 4-2 in either direction is fine, and I would expect that. If we get to a 5-1, okay, the panic alarms start to ring, but DZ win their primary bomb site, that shouldn't be alarm bells just yet for Rebellion fans. They'll get a second opportunity when round 4 comes through, but of course for the second round, we will move upstairs. This is where DZ likes to try to defend with a little bit more presence. They've got Fault back on this Echo, who can try to use this information to enable some early picks coming the way of DZ. But SR, look at this lineup they brought.
All right. God, I want them to win so bad.
This could be a really messy execute when they do get down to it. Not that I think it'll come so soon.
And that New Zealand operator is saw a bit more play after some changes during the mid-season, but the pick rate has fallen off. On maps like Cafe and Bank, way more opportunity to isolate these defenders, and that's exactly what Rexon will do outside. 2 of those gates have gone, trying to box.
Nice, Ambi. Nice Surf, way to trade that.
Surf on the board as well. Shield in the hands.
Yikes.
J90, and they've turned this round on its head. A very
Fuck,
quick
man.
entry for the Rebellion. We're not even at the halfway point, and it's been rebuffed by Dark Zero.
Surf's entry was excellent, but his whole team fell around him. That's going to be the big problem. Now they're in a man disadvantage.
Nice, Surf.
Surf just flicks around and finds the head of Fault. Evens things back out 2-2, and Rexon and Surf are in a really good position. The fuse kit is inside the site, so it should be covered.
Oh, 6 kills between NJR and J90, the 3-letter duo on this team, holding down the bomb sites. They'll have to retrieve the diffuser on the side.
Come on, baby. Come on, boys.
Plenty
Come on,
of time
boys.
to do that. And early action has now made way for this ceasefire between the teams. As there's Rexon now planting the diffuser.
He hears him. He hears him. We know.
Over towards paper.
You saw him? You saw him? You saw his gun?
Waiting in the wings.
I'm pretty sure.
Rexon will have to rely entirely on Surf, but J90 is an unknown variable.
Oh.
And there he is, Rexon trusting Surf. That trust seemingly misplaced. Blackbeard will have to put the shield and the team on his back. As both NJR and J90 immortal up to this point. 40 seconds to see if Surf can break that trend. Now behind the desk with the case down, shield on his back. NJR swings around, buying time. Off the defuse kit, Surf will go.
Oh,
Thorn. Good
that was the chance
giving
there.
time for
That's just a
J90
hard shot to
reposition.
hit.
He
Yeah.
doesn't want to. He's holding this cross. The moment that he attempts to defuse, they fall in, then they fall out. Quite a rhythm here now as Surf will attempt it for the 4th time. Up against a hard wall. He manages to get it down.
Yeah, just swing together.
Perfectly.
Guys, we can't be throwing rounds like that. We can't be throwing rounds like that. Come on.
Continuing their reign of terror.
NJR and J90 have for years been thought of as so clutch, and it'll force attack time on the
Taking 2 deaths going upstairs is just catastrophic there.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, with this Echo, guys, we need to be running Dokubi. Okay? They're using that for the info to get aggressive on us. If you notice, they're playing very bunkered and just waiting for us, and they're acting up the Echo. I think we can third ban that. If we do third ban that, I would expect maybe a Mira, Clash, or both, okay?
I think we just do the mute because we have all the ops for it, and
Okay, that's fine. But
I mean,
if
they
we
could
want
be in Doke, but
that's fine, Troy. But if we want to do that, I think we need to be running Doke for the rest of this game.
Yeah.
Guys, thing here is, again, they're playing bunker, they're looking to retreat, or they're just standing their ground waiting for us to push in across it. So we need to make sure that we are establishing what we need, like that last round. The whole take is based off Will walking glass main lobby. We have Ash, we didn't clear the BP. Make sure we're helping each other and calling what we need to do, okay?
okay.
Let's go, boys.
Sounds good. Keep it, guys.
Let's
Come on.
A lot of that time.
Oh, come on, we gotta shake it off.
Played so well,
We
but
played such an explosive map 1, and now our like mental or something, it's just off.
To get aggressive, to force some early frags, to favor the defense on the side of Dark Zero. And again, if you can get things messy on the side of DZ, that is always going to favor
come
you
on.
because they have some of the best late round players in the entire world. Fans have been asking for years of what it would look like to see NJR and J90 on the same team. When it comes to late round clutch players, there are almost nobody in the world who are as good as those two. So you put them in a 2v2 situation and they're going to be favorites every day of the week. I thought they played that 2v2 so perfectly. Parker, of course, never giving up a free pick. Even in the 2v1, they only went for the swing when they were both there together. They didn't give up any opportunities to equalize that man count to a 1v1, and that's that late round consistency that we've expected from Dark Zero throughout this tournament, and is showing up again here in the finals.
Alright, it's looking a little scary now. Now I'm getting worried. Now I'm getting real nervous.
Conversation around it, but
Come on, guys.
a bit of a disservice to not highlight how good and how critical these comms are for Dark Zero. They are always in control. Even when they're losing, it still looks like they have an idea and the right way about tackling a problem. On Chalet, it was immediately evident. On Bank, it's becoming even clearer. This is a team that is really trusting each other, and that last round showed how perfect it can be when you've got two players on the exact same wavelength.
One thing Super wanted to see was he said, if we're not going to be banning the Echo, we need to run Dokkaebi for the rest of this match. That's why Ambi's immediately jumped on this operator. Usually on this bomb site, you'll see him either on the Snake or even the Nook. He likes a little bit of sneaky Nook play on this bomb site, but is forced to go over to the Dokkaebi. Now, there is no Echo being played by Dark Zero, but you just can't risk that anymore if you're SR.
And it's going to be a quick one. They take control of Square. There goes the buck of Spoit marching in. Spoit has been very quiet so far.
There you go, Surf.
They will need a big game for him. Surf on the board. Canadian outdueled another from the glass of Surf.
Come on, Spoit. Come on, Spoit. Come on, Spoit. There we go. Good pick. He knows the others there.
Two more bodies to find. Shotgun versus
Nice.
shotgun. You don't usually see the Skeleton Key out winning against that SAS shotgun.
Oh, he's so
Now it's
low.
Nuers
Good
on
shit.
the road.
All right.
Half of the
Much
way
better.
to go.
Much better.
Ambi.
See, that's the tempo we need to play at.
Big bounce back round.
That is the tempo we need to be playing at right there.
Really
Good
nice
shit.
push there,
Good
completely
shit.
Top floor, Parker. What I like about that push is you've got the short range and the long range working together. From all the way back at the top of Square, it was Surf on the glass. He was finding those long range picks. He was doing some really good work, trading out Canadian after he went down and finding that opening pick. And then Spoit, the other S player on Shopify Rebellion, able to just run in with the Skeleton Key, get a couple of crazy picks in the midst of that push as well. You mentioned it briefly in that moment, Parker. The pace being set by SR is really nice to see. Again, they didn't have great pace coming through that first couple of rounds. That's largely due to the bomb site. It's really hard to have a fast-paced push when they're defending on the basements and they're not going for a roam game. But if you let SR take control of the game in the early moments, I mean, that can be where they thrive. Dark Zero, one of the best late round teams in the entire world. But if SR can get more of these early fights, that could start to favor them.
Of course,
Yep.
let's also
I think that's the exact way we have to play is early fights. Just don't even let it go to late. That is exactly how we need to be playing right there.
In map 1, as we saw in map 2, a 4-2 scoreline at this point is looking most likely. And again, knowing what we know of the map, knowing what we know of the teams on the starting sides, Dark Zero and Shopify Rebellion are setting us up perfectly for that when the second half arrives.
Yeah, I would say this game is still neck and neck. Even if DZ win this bottom floor bomb site, I still feel like it's pretty neck and neck because SR will have those opportunities to bounce back on the secondary and tertiary bomb sites through rounds 5 and 6.
Okay, come on.
Even still,
Let's
the
get it.
dominance of that third
Just fucking
round has to be
A-ram
blocked
their
on the
shit.
side of SR. Once again, they will not choose to ban out the Echo. This is something that Troy said during that timeout. He said, I'd rather ban the Mute because we've got the tools to deal with the Echo. The Mute is something that we don't have as many tools to play with, so they will continue to run this Dokkaebi. It will probably not be swapped off for the rest of this half, but now with the Mute not on board, they can start to play a little bit more aggressive. The Habana can start to be a little bit more effective with these long-range hard breaches coming through too. So good tools from the Rebellion. And again, Parker, we have a relatively passive hold playing by Dark Zero. Newers and Faults maybe a little aggressive on that mid floor. Newers just inside a cafeteria to start things off, so there might be a moment where they want to get aggro.
Let's get Rexon back online here.
Always got to be so worried when you try to roam on this map. It can be really difficult to survive with your life.
Spoit is in a position where, if they are not aware of this, he could cause some real chaos amongst the ranks of Dark Zero. Still waiting for Ambi and Rexon to devour these games. We mentioned that if things go all to plan for SR,
Come on, boys.
could break
Come on,
the
boys.
kill record at the major. That is still possible, but he has very much fallen off since game number 1. I mean, all of the Rebellion have. Frankly, it's not unique to just Ambi. Oh my goodness. No way.
It's a floor below.
I know.
It
I
can
have
be tricky
eyes.
with snakes sometimes.
I have
It can be
eyes.
tricky.
I'm aware. Thank you.
Sees the retreat, and that's just going to be the reset coming out from Dark Zero. They don't
All
want to
right.
fight again early on that roam game. It was a little bit more aggressive than I think back in round number 1, just with Faults and Newers' positions, but fall back towards the site. And now Kino kind of becomes that first line of defense. He's been playing those server stairs, and when he's on the shotgun, I said it earlier, Parker, one of the best SAS players in the entire world. He can be so difficult to root out from that position.
And it was Jane I know on the mute who contested that part earlier. Obviously with the mute ban, they've had to change things
Okay,
up.
we got two gases down.
To the bomb site. Blue
All
is
right.
one of the most hotly contested parts of Bank when the bottom floor is under watch. They struggle to get Kino out on Chalet in an area that is the exact same name. And oh boy,
Oh,
they might
fuck,
just be
fuck,
struggling
fuck.
again.
No.
Stack up.
That we
Top
can't
blue.
be doing that.
Dig one grave.
It just
Ambi and Rexon are down. Their
we
Spoit
can't
finally
lose
getting
things
close.
like that. Yikes! Holy
Canadian's only got
fuck,
2
dude.
kills in this entire series. He's hoping to go higher than that. The fire will not really move Kino out of this position. It will buy some time as now they loop around. Final 30 seconds here, and there's a lot of work to be done for the Rebellion.
Oh, you
Gotta
saw
give it
him
up.
too.
This
That's a
is
shame.
It's been too difficult to clear Kino, so they all head in through the back, but they're not finding the kills.
Canadian Surf, maybe? This would be miraculous.
Canadian in a 1v2 with 15 seconds to go. He'll have to get Surf back up. This is a decision made by Rebellion.
10 seconds left.
Running out of time. Kino and J90 now just waiting ever so patiently. Canadian flattened by Jack.
Yeah, I don't know. It's looking like we're chalked. I don't know what happened.
Basement, very
Our map
familiar
1 was
territory for
so
Dark Zero.
commanding,
3-1.
and now we're just not
Nice
playing
try by the
tight
Rebellion to
like
try to
that
pull
or
that
playing
one back.
together
Unfortunately,
anymore.
As you said, Parker, that bottom floor site just way too strong. Kino, no doubt the MVP.
That's tough,
Clutching
man.
up
That's
on those
tough.
stairs. He is so important in that position. So difficult to try to clear out from that spot. Was playing it on the Warden back in round number 1. He loves those blue stairs and will continue to be one of the best in the world in that position. I like the, again, attempt coming back from Canadian. The call there to try to pivot away from those stairs after you throw the Capital Bolt. It almost fakes like you are still trying to clear it. These 2 kills so beautiful from Kino, but then you completely pivot. You try to hit the back. They actually were racking up the kills with Canadian finding a big one there and Surf 2 with the SMG, but ultimately J90 so clean. How many times do I gotta say it? Him and NJR have been insane in the late round.
Absolutely, NJR, one of the
Woo!
best nail
That's
bombs
tough.
operators and players.
Tough. It's getting real away from us.
You joined us for a TriCast on
Yikes, it's
Friday.
really slipping.
Mailbox meaning cut
Rexon's
across.
been
A lot of people
quiet.
just referred to it as K9, a spot just
Canadian's
where you
been
just sit
entirely
there
offline as
and you
well.
hold an angle. That's it. Don't do much else.
We've got to get the spark back, man.
It can be towards the bomb site. It can be looking at the bomb site. It could be on flank watch. It really depends on the map, the bomb site, and the numbers as well.
So this is where the real test starts for SR. You're not expecting to win a whole lot of those first rounds on Bank, but now you're getting a second look at that secondary bomb site, and you'll go to the third bomb site after this as well. What worries me, Parker, is in that attack timeout, Super spent so long talking about the Echo, talking about how they were going to counter that operator. Dark Zero haven't run it since. They have not brought that operator back out, so it starts to be a little bit cautious. If you're SR and this doesn't go to plan, you no longer have that final tool to try to pull things back and get the momentum back.
All right, come on, boys. Come on.
With the mute, they can likely open up that Canto wall with relative ease. J90 is playing that position, of course, with the bandit batteries, but they've got players all around these windows. They've got still lots of utility to try to flush these players out. And be downside of main lobby. There is nobody roaming below the site, but that doesn't mean there can't be somebody who flanks down late.
Let's just get in there, be aggressive. Like we just are not beating DZ at these slow, drawn-out rounds. It's just not happening. So why not just put them on the back foot? Just make them outgun us.
maybe hoping to kickstart some offense. Though Ash is more of a
Come on, boys.
utility-based operator these days than she used to be. But I mean, if you need explosives, she's one of the best. What do you
Let's just get a nice pick. A little entry frag. What say you?
This site, so you do see a lot of util being used currently by Ambi, his 5th most played operator here at the Salt Lake City Major. 90 seconds deep and no real action coming through. SR have taken some good map control. They've got Surf over towards Square, and of course they've got that lobby control and control down below the bomb site. But if they don't start finding picks, Parker, I'm worried about the late round again.
I mean, SR has been very slow on attack time and time again. Spoit gets dealt with by J90, the savior of the previous round, starting off strong. 10-1 for J90.
Oh man, even Ambi's looking kind of cold now. He doesn't usually miss that. He doesn't usually not get that kill. Oh no. Okay, still got it.
Kino fixes his mistake. Rexon there for the follow-up. Canadian looking for defuse kit. Surf finds 2, and a team kill is one of them. Oh my goodness.
Man. Like,
things going really poorly for
yikes.
Canadian in a 1v3. Under fire as he now turns to head back up to the bomb site. He's got a good idea. Does he have the aim? He's picking away, a tough shot to be made with this Reaper. But I mean, one shot's all it really takes. Inside a conference room now, looking to hold a meeting for this team. Circles around and it's J90 again! 4-1 for Dark Zero.
Uh-oh. Yeah. Yeah. This is brutal. I don't know what happened to us. We are just we are just not here now. Eek. It's not even DZ's like doing anything we're not expecting. We're not even winning our gunfights now, which is so uncharacteristic. What a shame. We gotta pick this shit back up, man.
Canadian very isolated. After you kill those window players and after Ambi dies right here, Canadian is all by himself walking up the lobby stairs.
9 times out of 10, Ambi's getting that kill.
But he's got no teammates to play with. He's got the defuse kit by himself. Even with site control, his teammates aren't able to play the objective to put the defuse kit on the ground. J90 12-1 here through 5 rounds on bank. That is unbelievable.
J90 was the highest rated player on DZ towards the start of kickoff. I can't remember exactly what day it was, but Kino was at 1.2. Again, it just goes to show you the depth of this Dark Zero team. Anybody can step up when needed.
Really need this round. 2-4 still very playable.
NJR and Newers are not matching Rebellion blow for blow. Is there enough from Dark Zero in the remaining 3 players? Well, Fultz had a terrific game on Chalet. Now it's J90 saving the day here on bank. I don't even want to say saving the day. There's no danger for Dark. There's nothing to be saved at this current point in time. He's helping them punish this Rebellion. So it's those auxiliary players, those support players.
Let's try and lock in and grab this one.
That deserve all the praise on this Dark Zero team.
What do we think? What do we think?
We need to see some bigger moments from SR. We are really approaching the must-win territory. If you go down 5-1 on attack, when both of these teams favor the offensive side, you start to get very concerned with what the rest of this BO5 looks like. Rexon on 1 frag, of course, Canadian on 2 as well. I mentioned Rexon came into the series with 8 straight positive or even maps. Was positive on that first map as well, so that would extend his streak up to 9, but negative on that 7-2 loss.
He knows low.
Now here today.
See, this is a good pace. I like this. Just go in.
Just behind him as the bullets go on through.
Now wait, Nadian. Just wait, Nate. No!
Now a drop on down. Ambi surprised by NJR. The flank will now also put Canadian in a really tough spot as he shot through the wall. Newers out-dueling him. This is a great read by Dark Zero, and while every half has been 4-2, DZ have set themselves up so nicely for our first 5-1.
13 for J9.
Woof!
On the precipice of it, finds a player, but doesn't quite
Yikes.
find him through the wall. Will drop back down towards the site, so that top floor conceded now to the Rebellion, but this is still not a favorable position.
Pushing
Everything
through
SR
that
tried
by
has been
himself.
perfectly countered by DZ. It's attempted a fast rush.
I do not know about that one. I do not know about that one.
Over the lobby, started to get those back shots straight into Canadian.
That was a little
You start to
desperate.
get really scared at this point. They have to retreat to plan B. They have to clutch up a 3v5, and frankly, Parker, they're starting to stall a little bit.
Well, I mean, you lost your Blitz, you lost your Dokkaebi. This was a go for broke strategy, and broke seems to be on the menu for Rebellion at this point. I mean, how do you course correct? Diffuser is miles away from you. It likely is being watched by these Dark Zero players. It's in an adjoining part of the map. And
There you go, Spoit. That was good positioning. That was nice.
Position is given away by F0, but as long as they trade, Dark Zero will be in a beautiful spot to send this one away. Doubled up by the remaining Dark Zero players. Rebellion has their work cut out for them. There's Newers playing with impunity. Spoit will collect a kill on default.
This would be crazy.
The only person able to find frags so far on this Rebellion round. I don't know if I like this position for Spoit one bit, especially since he's given his position away, heralding his rival to the bomb site. He'll pick up the defuse kit, twitching around but running out of time.
Woof.
Down goes Newers. All hope now rests on Spoit, but there's J90 again! A walloping.
Spoit's getting some frags.
On the first half of SR's
He's fragging out a little bit, but we are not playing very well together.
Time to go in this map for them to
Oh, man.
Holy shit, dude. Sorry.
Give me a second. Listen, on the basement side, if we, fellas, detach, listen, on that basement side right there, if they fucking...
Alright.
What we talked about, we can do Junior on the Twitch, we can prioritize the light inbound, you take it or not. And through the lobby side, like, take your Twitch drone, throw it across the map, then go to the D-box side. If we need to kill the blue guy, Junior can use SNI, you can try to cross on that, but in general, Kino and Bulker, if you see that, I want you guys to go fuck that guy on blue stairs and just go straight to second side.
They have the...
Yep.
Okay, go
I'm
ahead.
gonna keep talking. You talk anyway. Listen, on the if they're doing the anchor and they're doing their fucking blue stairs extension with the clash inside of server bulker, we're gonna take the Thatcher anyways. We can fuck that dude. Like you can take the Ying paired with the Thatcher, and then we can literally just Ying the shit out of him. Thatcher, so we can't clash shield. We can drop down and crank that guy. Just pop the main hatch first, because otherwise.
If caps up, can I just double cap him too?
Yeah, you can. Yeah, you
Okay,
can.
just EMP.
The only reason I was saying the Ying is because we can also Ying blue stairs off that as well. Like we can use the Thatcher for ward dogs. We can do both.
Yeah,
if that makes
okay,
sense.
I like that comp.
Yeah,
You don't think
just
the blitz better?
no, not
Okay.
Ying. Not. Yeah, it doesn't have to be you on the Ying. You could also take the shield if you want to go for like the Blackbeard plant, whatever.
Okay.
Yeah, whatever. But in general, just kind of read
On
it.
execute,
Let's
Amos goes back.
really
Stop
start
red
to
hatch,
pop
IQ
off
side
here
hatch,
on
German
defense,
shield and
huh?
server. Guys, every
Thoughts?
attack I saw from them,
Thoughts?
they tried to finish server. Okay, so that's one thing we need to make sure. When the second time I saw them clear for that, the only change was that they went Grim to cap and IQ to striker. Literally same exact execute positions, okay? So again, look out for that. Doesn't mean it's a guarantee, but if that's what we think we're setting up for, think about those positions, okay? For CEO, they do have a square take that they were doing with Glaz. Callie sits on the main lobby repels. They won't be able to do it really here with the Glaz. They could still try to maybe do it with the Ying. For that, he repelled in to just try to basically push. Nomad was top square. Thermite opened both the square walls. Fultz, like, literally sat outside stock, just flashing curve. They repelled in, and they just tried to play, like, basically to get aggro while they were planting behind, okay?
What side was that on the last one?
That's
Woof.
CEO. That was
All right.
I saw from them.
Let's come alive.
Open, Sledge plays CEO repels.
When the going gets tough, that's when experience can make the difference. And there is nobody in NA more experienced than Shopify Rebellion's captain. He's won 2 hammers. He's won a major in the past in this very country. He knows what it takes to dig deep. He will have to channel that resilience. Down 5-1 now versus DZ.
All right.
Lots of strats being spoken by both Callout and Super.
All right.
Timeout. Lots of words being exchanged between both really Callout and his players in that one, where he says, listen, I need to control the
This
mic.
would be a
There's
biblical
lot to tell
comeback.
You guys, a lot of ideas that I can put into your heads.
Make
This
a little
is tough
history.
out, Parker. There's no other way to cut it. Dark Zero enter this matchup as the best attack team in the tournaments. They have been dominating, winning 68% of their attacking rounds through the tournament so far. They will need to be held to just 1 if SR want overtime here on map 3.
Yeah, a really staggering set of numbers for Dark Zero on this map and just in general. I mean, we expected this to be a close one. And map number 1 maybe gave some false confidence to the fans of Shopify Rebellion, but this DZ team has played without many weaknesses through much of this tournament.
Okay.
They stunned us all yesterday.
Let's
in
start
order to
lat
get here
spreading
by
on
destroying
defense.
the world champions. Very few people had them toppling FaZe Clan, and yet they were able to pull it off. It's a bit more of a heated rivalry between Rebellion and Twisted Minds to get to this point. But I mean, hey, DZ and SR, it's a great matchup on paper. We need SR to play better if we want
Ambi
that
Rexon have been
paper
kind of
matchup to
shut
actually
down on
materialize
bank here.
in the present, because right now, Dark Zero are marching their way to another major championship on North American soil.
This round is going to tell us a lot about how this second half is going to go, Parker. Shopify Rebellion get to play the best site on the map. They get to go down towards the bottom floor. They have the most minimal amount of bans they're going to have on this bomb site. Throughout the rest of this series, they lose the Tuber, they lose the smoke. That's okay. They move Surf over to the Tachanka. I talk about NJR as the best Tachanka in the world. I still back that, but Surf is incredible on this operator as well. Very used to playing with the Shamika launcher, so we know how good he can be in this position. And Canadian back over to the Clash. This was something we saw a lot from him over the last couple of maps. He's very confident here with this operator. Won't be taking any early gunfights, but can maybe shoot some drones, maybe cause some panic early on the side of DZ.
Okay, we got the intel. We got the info.
And help his teammates to slow down this round.
I know that we focused a lot on Canadians' kills, but the one person I want to touch on that needs to really step it up is Rexon. 13 kills in map number 1, 4 kills since. That is just not going to get the job done. And while our concerns about Dark Zero's fraggers were very real, I think we've messed up the teams here. Our concern about fragging is now on the side of the Rebellion.
Damage is damage.
A familiar spot for him when he's defending. He'll get knocked away by the taser of the Clash. Rexon menacing.
No, we can't do that. We can't.
Not the greatest gun in the game, Parker. Probably brought it for the rotates, but unfortunately it doesn't
That's
go exactly
just,
as he
that
wanted.
was
Playing
really
against
bad.
Kino.
Yikes.
He's left without a teammate. He's got to fall back and try to play closer to sight.
And Newers has a really good opportunity to jump on Spoit, as Canadian now needs to wander back. Dark Zero assembling their forces over here, and down goes Canadian. Waiting for the call. Spoit will likely slip up. Here they come. The cavalry has arrived. Dark Zero need a single kill, and they will
Yeah.
move to match point.
All right.
They're on back.
Well, I mean,
Can you believe it?
you can't win if you can't
Shopify
at least
Rebellion
get that
looks
early
stunned
pick. That was
in
kind of
this final,
free.
Parker, back-to-back maps now. They have gotten 3 rounds over the last nearly 2 hours playing versus DZ. This has been a disaster of a turn of events. The last couple rounds both felt like they had to be must-wins. They didn't win on their primary sites. Even with that opening pick going the way of Dark Zero, it felt like they had the control. It felt like they were still able to win through the 4v5, but what counters were coming out from Dark Zero? You saw them bash away that Clash, doing a great job to apply pressure to Canadian. This play from Kino, one of the best shield players in the entire world. And you gotta look at the Clash of Canadian, maybe a little bit far back, maybe a little bit passive when he could have been up helping Rexon at the top of those stairs, then just through the smokes. I mean, it's a massacre coming through towards the end here. Fault a couple of big kills to get to even in round number 7.
Okay.
13 and 1. It just doesn't
Overtime
get
seems like a pipe dream. Can we just get something for a little momentum going into map 4? Just a little something, just a bit to put into our bellies. We are playing so afraid, and just we're not getting our kills anymore when we have some good opportunities.
Didn't look as strong, or so we thought.
Yeah.
Maybe they were just saving some of the gas in the tank for this exact moment, and the longer that this series has gone on, as longer that this event has gone on, Dark Zero has made steady improvements. And I mean, you'd be forgiven if you said this was DZ's map. This is SR's map. There is a high likelihood we go to Cafe with DZ sitting on series point.
How big do you think Fresh's smile is right now on his coach
Oh,
screen?
shut up.
All right.
Jack was like, DZ.
All right.
And then obviously, when they struggled with wildcard,
Panicking.
not. And when they beat FaZe yesterday, Jack just went back and like necro posted.
Okay, huge.
Well, they're not done yet. 6-1 is still something you can come back from. A Canadian will start us off strong. Shotgun frag right onto Newers. Shut him down now 4 and 6. Open area is the bomb site, but the top floor is always going to be a heavily contested area. Kino jumps in now. He's the one with the defuse kit. Still a couple Rebellion players up on this top floor. It's going to be Ambi and Rexon trying to hold this down. When do they drop?
Do they know? The standoff now as Rexon's the intended target.
Good Nitro.
So well, there goes Kino. Rebellion need anything to keep themselves in this series. 3 more kills will buy them some time, but this team,
perfect timing.
They were in free fall. They
Perfect timing.
around here on this defense as Ambi will find a kill of his own. J90 and NJR have made magic happen on this map, but not against the odds that they currently face.
If anybody would win a 2v5, it's these guys, Parker.
No.
It might be the start. They take Rexon down through the conference wall. J9O with the secure. NGR following up on the flash.
We cannot throw this one. We cannot throw. If we throw this one, it's just super curtains. He's extremely low.
Holding over towards Archives.
There we go. All right, good. Good. All right. That's good for the mental. That's good for the brain. Even if we don't go to overtime there, that's at least good for the brain. Stims the bleeding.
Crisis averted. The two best clutch players in North America shut down in that 2v5. Thank God. The Rebellion, very much still a hill to climb, as you say, Parker. I mean, that attack from Dark Zero gets a little off balance early. Newers loses an isolated 1v1 close with the shotgun, and then really it's just a lack of information on the top floor. They did bring a Deimos for intel, but with him being the opening death, they had no Snake, they had no Dokkaebi, they had no real drone operators to go through and find those players. So it was always going to be a tough sell, clearing that top floor, top side of the map. Can they do it 5 times in a row? That's the question.
All right.
For most teams,
Let's get some more. Let's get some more. Let's get some more.
Don't forget that one timely clutch from the Rebellion yesterday propelled them to a 7 consecutive round victory.
That is true.
Different teams,
We won 10 rounds straight from yesterday to today.
North American teams, and well, how lucky that your matchup in the grand finals is against another NA squad. Dark Zero have really shown very limited weaknesses on these last 2 maps. They expected to lose Nighthaven Labs. They lost it, all according to plan. Now, the Rebellion, they probably never expected to lose this bank matchup. They thought they would lose Chalet, sure, but now here, they are in trouble. Dark Zero made some small mistakes in that previous round, but I don't know, Jesse. I don't know if Dark Zero has it in them to fumble round after round after round after
Everyone has it in them to fumble.
Uncharacteristic of this DZ squad. No team's been more
Fumbling is part of human condition.
Parker, they've been so good when the moments have been the biggest. Now they'll have
Would love to see it. I would love to see them fumble.
Dark Zero.
I'd put a big old smile on my face.
Around top square, around the windows as well. Dealing with the Azami is going to be a bit of a nightmare here. Spoit inside of stock, continue to close these angles, continue to shut down some of these window positions.
Pistol DPS out there, that's good.
It's not currently going to be a big contest, but DZ start to rotate to his position, and now Spoit's in an early fight.
Spoit using all those keeper barriers very selfishly over towards the stock trading.
Nice, good shit, Spoit.
A really easy kill on Kino.
Oh, be careful in there.
This is great play by Spoit. Willie holding down the
Oh
fort.
wow, that was good. That was fucking huge,
Dark Zero
actually.
unable to follow up.
Colossal.
That kill will go untraded, and DZ will
Gargantuan.
now reposition with just a little over half of the round to go.
Yeah, deciding that Spoit is just too good inside of stock. That's not a fight that they can commit to, so they're going to reposition elsewhere. They've still got good bodies outside the site windows. That's going to be where Newers is currently holding, and NGR brings the defuse kit this way. Those keep barriers inside of stock will not save you if these Candelas start making a mess of the bomb site.
And NJR's about to get
Oh,
his masters in
close.
messology, Jesse, as out go the smokes. Candelas will follow up as well. The telltale sign. Bolt's looking for an opening, but
Perfect timing. Good shit, Spoit. We know, right? Yes, we do. Nice surf.
By the Rebellion's momentum. Now it's all left to J9O and Newers. Again, Jack always in these final moments here. Odds are a little bit better than the previous round, but still, you can't favor Dark Zero in this position.
We don't need to peek. We don't need to peek.
SR have a lot of time to waste down. J9O and Newers can start to play with.
Oh, but we do anyway. Attaboy,
So
Surf.
good from the Rebellion. Newers in the 1v4. He'll have to double his kill count to win this round.
I feel a timeout coming by this Dark Zero team as they will almost certainly lose their second round in a row.
Good work. All right. All right, good. That's very good for the brain.
For Shopify Rebellion, the crowd favoring SR starting to get a bit more lively. All comebacks start with 1 round, and they've stitched 2 together. SR still showing signs of life on bank.
Now we've got momentum in the SR camp. The tack timeout not being called by callout. We're not in dire straits just yet. Gonna let them go through this map or this op ban phase at the very least. You're worried a little bit about just this pressure that is starting to apply to DZ. Of course, this is a team who have really with this core never
All
really
right.
the highest of heights. J9O struggled in some of his finals in the past, but that was a long time ago. Here's the tack.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, for the delay, if that's what we want to run, we need to be careful of the Thatcher. It's going, if we run the Echo, they can just Thatcher the Echoes if they actually run it. Guys, the thing I want to say here too is Will did it last round. We need to be making plays.
Yeah. Right.
Also bring the knockout too.
You don't have to force it, but if you see the opportunity, yeah. Don't feel like you need to force it, though.
And I know it's hard to like think it at the moment, but we need to be thinking of what we can do that's going to solve some of the issues that we have with these bands and with what they're doing. Okay, guys, make sure we're playing to win. Like, come up.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
That is the tack timeout from Dark Zero. Just to be clear, SR's was burned early in this match, so call out deciding now is the time to have some words with his team, stem the bleeding before things get too out of hand. When you need a miracle, when you need 5 straight rounds to stay alive in the third map of a BO5, you look to heroes. And there's maybe no player in this lobby who has filled the shoes of a hero more than Spoit. The MVP back during the Berlin Major, the first event of his career, and what a round he has in round number 9 to be able to pull SR back from this moment. Again, shuts down that stock push entirely. Only gets 1 frag from that position, but it forces an entire rotate from the players on DZ. Catches another one early in that round, and then the final frag there too.
Okay, all right.
On to Newers and a heavy man advantage.
This would be amazing. I'd be so happy.
Like the old days when he was a
Let's
young
keep climbing. Just keep climbing.
Interesting.
At the very least, we're buckling down again.
Good mechanical aim on Spoit's side of things, so if he can continue
Now just need Ambi Rexon to start firing on all cylinders again, start coming online, activating.
It's a long road again. You said this 5 rounds in a row, and then you still have overtime. It's daunting.
Yeah.
But I mean, you're a major winner. You've seen adversity firsthand. That rogue phase game was one for the ages, and you enter with no real experience, and you put up that statement game that he did, and of course you've got good leadership backing you up. Anything is possible on this Rebellion team. They just need to show us that they can accomplish it.
Yeah, both Spoit and Canadian had really difficult roads to win their respective majors. 5 maps required in both. Here comes the roam clear, and just beside the hatch, they will manage to fall back towards the site. No early picks going the way of Dark Zero. The Shopify Rebellion happy to fall off. They do not want to take gunfights when they're playing a combination with Kaid, with Goyo, with the Chonka, with the Echo. They've got so much for this bomb site. 5v5 is exactly where SR want to be.
Kino just did that clear all by himself on Blitz. Reminds me of another particular matchup we saw in Bank about 7 years ago or so. A flying V, some maybe would say, but Kino able to pull that one off. It scares Andy out of his position, and I mean, I don't want to deal with a Blitz going head-to-head with me, especially if you don't know what follows. Kino is scary on shields on his own, but if there's a 1-2 punch, the best bet that you can hope for is to trade it off.
Come on,
Smart move
come
by
on,
the Rebellion is
come
now
on.
that allows Dark Zero to settle in here on this main floor. Using Thatcher effectively, as Callout had spoken of, to get these claws off of the hatches.
Yeah, it's for the claws, it's for the yokai cams, it's for information on even the bulletproof. Like, there is so much utility being brought by SR, but the frags will still favor the Rebellion. Spoit with the first. Canadian falls.
It's alright, it's alright.
That's Newers wagging the dog on Canadian. Down goes NJR to Spoit. So, I mean, you talked about the impact that Spoit could have. He's already on the board in this round. They are going to need so much more out of him now.
We still have Spoit upstairs, which is good.
For the flank above.
I like that, I like that, I like that, I like that.
Get down. Spoit will need to hurry. 8 players still alive in the lobby, and suddenly the timing here has been shortened. Spoit might get another.
Nice.
With 1. Spoit takes care of Kino.
Nice Rexon, nice Rexon.
Rexon held off the score sheet.
Nice Spoit. Spoit's cooking. He's in. He dropped. He dropped.
But he gets 2 of them, maybe. Doing a serious amount.
No way. Oh, thank you, Spoit. All right, Spoit. Spoit has really come alive. Huge.
Keeps SR in this match.
Actually, so fucking massive there.
Really came to play. What a clutch clutch. What a flank, Parker. We said they needed a hero on the side of SR, and they have found it. Spoit with a massive maneuver. He finds a frag over towards main stairs, works his way to the top floor of this map. It's Surf on the flank watch, and he's caught a little bit lacking as he tries to come back up. NJR managed to be the first one to go down, and then we see Spoit go nuclear here on the bottom floor of Bank. He wins the 1v1 clutch, stops
Oh,
from making
God.
the 1v3 happen. It could
Alright,
be
this is really, really good for us
the
now.
captain of Dark Zero could put it
Again, even
together,
if we lose
but
this
at that
map, this is
moment,
still
Parker,
really good
there
for
was
us to get
nothing
Spoit
to
cooking
stop
like
it.
that.
No, and I mean, we're starting to see that, right?
Okay, okay.
Firing
Now,
things
we
up
need
towards
Ambi
you.
back in form.
You said they needed a
We need
hero.
Ambi Rexon back in
He has
form.
emerged from the telephone booth with the S on his chest. The S, of course, standing for Spoit.
Super Spoit.
There you go. Still, the road is long for the Rebellion, and while they definitely have confidence on their side, there's still 2 more rounds to go.
5 seconds
If there's
to insertion.
anything that can really just exemplify how tough this is for Rebellion, it's this gap between the teams.
Yeah.
And DZ have so many threats that at any moment can take over a round. Rebellion cannot just keep relying on Spoit. They need somebody else to join him.
That's exactly right, Parker. Spoit has given a lifeline to the Rebellion, but they cannot rely on him getting 3 or 4 kills every single round to win this map. Now you've got yourself an opportunity. You have to be able to capitalize on it. SR back to the defense, and now it's a tertiary site.
Let's go, Ambi, let's go,
Open area
Ambi.
can be a tough one for some
Get
teams.
yourself some food
Down
here.
Defense did a great job previously, of course, but
Oh,
this
God.
can still be
Oh, God.
tricky.
Oh,
and
God.
the early damage, but is safe behind these castles for now.
Dark Zero have watched as a team with a
Ugh.
pretty horrendous win rate on defense has run up the score on them 3 in a row now from Shopify Rebellion. Poor fans, they're probably starting to
Come on,
believe
Ambi.
at
Come on,
this
Ambi.
point.
Come on, Ambi.
Heartbreak can happen at a moment's notice.
Ambi's done great things on this position before. It was 21-1 game on Bank where he went absolutely crazy to keep SR competitive here in the playoffs, to advance them here to the grand finals. They could rely on him once
Yes,
more.
yes,
but they
yes,
have
yes,
everything
Nadian.
set up. The Nitro
Yep, just
waiting
wait, just
for
wait. He
Kino.
knows, he knows.
Not played yet.
Spoit, a human magnet at that point in time, as 2 separate
Perfect
nades
timing.
land on him.
Nice, Nadian. Actually, perfect timing. Ugh.
The dynamite is good, but Spoit is off the board. That is troubling for the Rebellion. They have struggled for kills beyond Spoit. Now it's the reserve players. Ambi drops, gambling what little is left of his HP.
All right,
Very
Rexon,
tense
Surf,
for Ambi as
Nadian,
well,
come on,
below his
please.
own standards, and it will not help the
miraculous
Rebellion.
hold.
Dark Zero has a numbers
Nope.
advantage.
Canadian was
Don't do
desperate
that.
for a refrag, but he just couldn't find
Yeah.
J90, so now it's a man lead for Dark Zero. This is their best shot that they've had.
I wouldn't
to
challenge
close out
this.
this game on the tertiary site where SR are going to struggle the most. They've gotten themselves the top floor control. They've gotten themselves a one-man lead, but without their shield, that's the entry point here, Parker. They can work the vert with the ram. Newers will start on that now, and they can likely pop that hatch inside a stock if they need to as well. But as the time ticks down, a 3v4 clutch from the Rebellion is not impossible. J90 will rotate over towards the server stairs. This signals to me that they will be going for a square finish. It is critical that they watch their flanks when they go for this.
Ooh, and J90 now searching for Canadian down in the escape tunnel. Managed to get his way out, but Canadian is trapped at the top of blue stairs.
Oh, he doesn't know.
J90 will see it. Canadian
Oh!
turns out he can't teach a dog new tricks. That could have blown the round up, but J90 is stunned by that one. He got a little cocky,
He did. He was gonna go for a
They
knife.
can't execute from square. This is a disaster.
and they're going to hunt for Canadian. As he still holds this position, they wander in. Dark Zero had so much going for them. Down goes Surf.
Okay,
Down
no
goes
fucking
Rexon.
way.
Canadian will now need to be
Nadian,
the
just
same.
run! No, just run!
Pull off the plate.
Oh.
Yes, with 1 second left.
I didn't realize I didn't realize that they had actually killed the second guy. I only saw the first guy go down and got panicked.
DZ takes us.
Oh,
They go to
big sad there. All right.
Desk 3-0 over the last couple of months. They beat Space Station back during the NAL kickoff. They beat Los here in Salt Lake
Okay,
City.
they're still
They
smiling. The
beat more
vibes seem
than
good.
anything. They beat the Rebellion
Ambi was just
back
laughing.
during the lower
Surf was
bracket
smiling.
finals of the NAL kickoff.
Okay,
These teams
good.
have
Vibes
history
are there.
on Cathay,
Vibes
and
are
that
there.
History says it will go DZ.
Yeah, I mean, for the
Let's get it,
SR
let's get it,
fans,
let's
that
get it.
shot was likely that
Let's pull it
bang
off.
But It has been really
I want
tough
them to win
for the
so bad.
fraggers on Shopify Rebellion. I mean,
They have
outside
gone on a
of Sport, there really hasn't
generational
been a lot of
run.
life on this team for the last 2 maps.
So
You said
many
you needed
people
a hero.
counted them
Spike,
out.
put on that cape. Who
I
does
want
it
them to
here
win
on
it
Cafe
so
Press?
bad. I want them
I mean,
to take
you
the
look to a guy
trophy.
like Ambi, I think we had a great interview with his mom in the crowd, and she said it, right? Remember who you are. Remember that you're the Rebellion. This team have beaten so many incredible opponents just to get here to the grand finals. They battled their way through the lower bracket in NAL kickoff. They battled their way through phase 1 against so many of these international teams. They made it through Swiss, they made it through G2, they made it through Twisted Minds, and now here against Dark Zero, they have to remember what they're made of. It can't be a one-hero performance. They tried that on Bank, and it wasn't good enough. More than one person has to step up and be the hero for the Rebellion. It has to be a team effort.
And I mean those 2 players whose names
Let's get it early. Let's take the lead early. Let's give them nothing. Starve them.
Rexon has only had 6 kills in the 2 maps that followed. That is far below what we expect of him. For Ambi, that number is 8. 8 kills through the next 2 maps. Again, way below. We're used to seeing Ambi drop more than 8 kills a map, Jesse. So things are not going very well here on the
All right, come on, boys.
side of
Come on, boys.
Rebellion,
Come on, boys.
which
Come on,
again,
boys.
we thought might be an
Come on,
issue
boys.
for Dark Zero, but frankly has not really materialized. J90 and co have dominated the Rebellion in terms of kills. If they keep that up, this is their map. We could be done this major championship in no time at all.
4 years ago in Berlin, Spoit faced a very similar situation where he was down 2-1 in a best of 5. That was versus FaZe Clan, and I don't need to remind you how that one went. Rogue were able to win map 4, they won map 5, maximum overtime, 8-7 on the final map. It took everything that they had to be able to win that major so many
Drone
years
this,
ago,
drone
and
this.
they'll have to battle back
Fuck.
once more to do it here. First fight on the white stairs, it's going to be favoring Faults.
We're just pushing blind, damn.
I didn't hear a single phone call ring out. That is devastating for the Rebellion to lose that early on. Folt sustaining a little bit of damage. I'm not exactly sure from where. Activating glance. But we'll still survive for the time being as now Kino goes.
There you go, Spoit.
There's Spoit on the board. Down goes Newers.
Oh, wow.
For Spoit to be in and immediately follows up with his second EE1D. Still 1 remains in pocket as we hit the halfway point here of round number 1.
Jen, I know, still top floor. He doesn't have a good way back.
Oh.
He fights his way out of it.
He's 1 HP, he's 1 HP. Oh, and that's GG. Tough. All right.
And now these numbers continue to get worse for SR.
Yeah. Canadian not getting that kill actually just really cooked that. Him surviving with 1 HP gets 2 more. That's tough. That's just so tough, man. That's so tough.
We've got another good duo moment from them.
Yeah.
As DZ blanks Rebellion on that one and takes the first round.
I mean, we watched Bank together, Parker. That was the battle between J90 and Spoit. Each of them having hero rounds to bring that map as close as it was, but in the end, it was J90 that was the better of the 2. Spoit not consistent enough, and it's not a coincidence that this frag right here onto Spoit, after he downs Canadian, it's the real difference maker in this round. Gets a final frag just on the escape down the hatch. Lights out this event.
I'm getting scared.
Especially in these grand finals.
I'm sure you
Siege of his
are.
career. Rebellion need an answer.
Busting out the old SpongeBob references.
I mean, he's screaming towards an
We're in the dire straits.
Yep.
It's desperation.
Give him MVP of the entire tournament, but I mean I'm not making the call, so I mean I don't care. It's not up to me. But J90 also comes from just a lovely family. Had some time to talk to them in Boston. They are wonderful people. They seemingly have raised a great son, and frankly, they've raised a hell of a competitor at this point in time.
Yeah, I mean, he was part of that Astralis roster that lost in Charlotte a few years ago when Canadian and NJR became major champions. Finally back in a final, his first one since that major. He's been waiting a long time for this moment.
Alright, come on boys, come on boys, come on boys. Stay hot, Spoit. Spoit and Surf have been very good. We just need everyone else to start activating.
These individual performances again, because anybody can step up at a moment's notice. You don't make it to the grand finals without somebody pulling off a hero play. Kino dives off the top rope. Down goes Surf. He's worried about somebody upstairs. There's no way he's going to contest this again, right? I mean, he's got
Don't
his
do it,
angle
don't do
held
it, just
by
don't do
Spoit,
it.
Shotgun out, jostling around. How does he
Oh,
manage
thank
to
God.
get
Alright, there you go,
away?
Ambi.
Ambi finally brings him down, but that one looked like they might allow him to slip through their fingers.
Yeah, must get kill coming through from Ambi. Important that he's able to shut that one down. If Kino gets another or even gets away there, that is a huge blunder. But the Rebellion don't falter. Still lots of players here on the top
Come on,
floor.
Ambi.
Ambi
Come
gonna
on,
enter
Ambi.
in through the bottom, actually. He's gonna work his way up these red stairs. There's a couple of players nearby. He's got to be worried about faults. He's on the other side of a soft wall. They don't necessarily know he's here, but one logic bomb could change all of that. Here it comes.
Very well timed. Ambi was not able to do anything with
There you go, Spoit.
Back in that very first round, Spoit will now take down
Good kill.
Noobs.
Good pick.
As SR march over towards the adjoining part of this map, looking to get to the bomb site. It's not over in mining, though. So while they might have that pivotal control, they still need to translate that to dining room and reading, and with just a little bit over a minute to go, they've got a numbers advantage. They're in all right shape.
And they still don't know where Faults is, though, Parker. That's my big concern. Despite the logic bomb being played right on the other side of that wall, Faults
Just fucking shoot this off wall.
They do not know he's here. They
Take some strats out of my playbook where I just shoot anything soft.
Captain's position.
Fuck. Shit.
Still one logic bomb, though, so they might be able to get his whereabouts pinned down as he sits next to a soft wall. There's a DMR on the other side of that, too. You know how much damage
Oh,
a DMR can
man.
do.
Ambi.
Ambi outdueled by J9O. That will throw a spanner in the works for this Rebellion execute, and there's Bolt compelled to action.
Yeah, we just never
Down
found
goes
him.
Canadian sidearm out, and he finds
All right,
the same
well.
spot. Spoit the intended target. Fultz, no expression on his face. Ice in the veins.
I don't know what's
as
happening to us here. I don't know why Ambi does that and then it instantly goes in before the gun's even ready. I don't know. It seems like an unnecessary risk to take.
Just under that hatch, was sitting inside a pillar for almost 2 full minutes. Never was it droned out, never was it found by the logic bomb, and when that moment is required of him, he finds the frags. Starts off with an aggressive move from Kino. This goes 1 for 1, but right off the
Ooh.
this push for what SR wanted to go for. I liked their recovery. It's a great shot from Spoit inside mining. J9O, of course he's good for 1, but falls. The real MVP. The fact that he finds not 1, not 2, but 3 frags from this position inside a pillar is absolutely disgusting. 2-0 now.
All right.
Small
It's
changes
oof.
a profound impact on these games, Jesse, and a big one was
We are indeed
move
getting
to
mugged.
take your gun and maybe stick it a little bit farther away from your face, right? Because the C7V,
Rexon has just been fully shut down.
to aim with it. One of the
Rexon
changes
and
to the
Ambi.
sidearms
Hey,
allows
I'm really
flexibility
confused on what's been going on with Ambi.
fighters
He's just not playing like himself in the
You can run
last couple
M870
maps.
now, play close quarters as we saw a couple players do on
I don't know.
Reddit,
I think he's getting a
because
little
that
tilted.
C7V is now a viable option
And I don't just mean
as a
like
secondary
losing fights, but
force.
he's just running in
Fultz
kind of
sidearm
recklessly.
put in so much work. Fultz was
Like he's never
sensational
expecting
on
anyone.
En route to a dominating 7-2. If he has that kind of game here on Cafe, oh boy, SR, you might be counting these rounds real quick.
Perfect rotation on the line for Dark Zero. It was denied to them back on bank. SR were able to stop the bleeding momentarily on their early attacks. It's been a consistent trend this map where SR have chosen to start the attack, DZ have chosen to start the defense, so we've gotten a lot of the same side starts. The Nitro from Newers will miss and give his position away, but this is
Come on.
down on the
Come
fishing
on.
site, Parker. This is going to be a slow round coming through. SR
So much Nitro.
seemingly have a lot of pressure top floor though, so despite all of this space being relatively free, they might just be trying to force this in through Baker.
Kino was hoping that mute jammer would keep him safe for a little bit of time. Oh my goodness! Fultz blows them up, and with it, maybe the round. Spoit
Yeah.
taken down by 1. Well-timed.
Yeah.
DZ have a huge leg up now here in round 3.
Now what do? Shopify Rebellion down by 2. It's a huge Nitro to come out. Dark Zero, they just have to bide their time, but Ambi has something to say about it. Finds the head of Fault over towards Restaurant. We're back within 1.
They have killed the raid boss.
There's another one though, Parker. He's lurking inside a VIP. J9O yet to die in this match.
Might have an idea of his position. Takes some damage from the barbed wire. There's Newers. He was distracted, looking over in Surf's position. They just won
All right.
trap. Dark Zero playing with their food at this
Just
point
getting
in time.
run down.
1v4. I think we know where he's going. This will be a timeout. So Rexon will go upstairs, sit and wait. Dark Zero will win the round, and there is still a minute to go.
All right. It's really out of control.
I don't even know what you discuss at this point in time. What has Super not said? On Chalet, on Bank, now on Cafe. What more can he say to this team?
He's not saying anything.
What's he
now
doing? Well, you can't. You literally can't win this here.
Right now,
so they're just taking this as a free timeout. There is literally nothing Rexon can do on this site 1v4. So he's just using it as a timeout.
To the fullest extent that they needed, but they did start.
So that way they can talk through and maybe come up with a different game plan.
We are not at that point yet. It's 2-0, it's about to be 3-0 on Cafe. It is not a game over situation, but with how good DZ have been playing, with Faults racking kill after kill, finding unique and creative ways to get those kills, with Jane I know still having a flawless game so far, and with everyone on DZ working together, you have to be perfect.
I just think you need to just put Nadian back on a shield up and just try and shove it down their throat.
Next step are the operator bans, and I mean,
we can't play slow against them. I don't know why we keep trying. We cannot play slow against them. We don't win that. We haven't won that.
Over for Shopify Rebellion.
Just stick Nadian on shield and just try and run it at him.
Blank stares. And frankly, for good reason. It has been a slog here for SR over the last two maps. The hope was that after you got demolished over on Chalet, that you'd be able to fix it. Maybe the timeout here will do it.
I want us to be clearing every round. Avoid the lurk, like we can play Snowside, but they're literally camping it and they're farming us on that. And we're trying to force them and we're getting punished solo for that, okay? Guys, play into our game, fucking clear these guys every round, okay? For C1, they're only running a Rooney. We can clear that guy if we want to. We have the option to clear that.
The C1 fast, it can work too.
Yeah, we can clear. Listen to me. We need to make sure we're checking for thorn traps, like rappelling in heaven if we want to. We don't even have to do that. We can just go for that kill. But guys, stop forcing shit solo. Let's just clear and play together, all right? These last 3 rounds here, every fucking round, everything you got. Make plays to win the fucking game, guys. Come on.
We have the BB, we have the Glass. I think all that really nade spam, bro. Like Hunger, who the fuck you just did to us? We just nade spam the corners. Like,
that is the most firm I have heard from a Super Tac timeout in a very long time. Some frustration starting to build on the side of the Rebellion, but the message is clear. They have to be playing together. They have to be clearing these angles. They can't keep trying to force individual plays because Dark Zero, they're winning those over and over again.
That's true, they are. We are not winning our individual plays. We're losing our gunfights 1v1.
They talk to Super again. We got a timeout, of course, after round 6 as well, but Shopify Rebellion, that might be too little too late.
Yeah, I mean, you've got yourself in quite a hole. We like the turnaround that we started to see on Bank, but it was too little too late. Now it's DZ running up the score on you here, and I mean, what more is there to say? After Dark
All right, come on, guys, please.
Vaulted to the top of a lot of people's predictions to be the favored team. Granted, you only had 2 options. But if you take down the world champions, you've been the Kingslayers. For good reason, they think you're going to succeed.
This would be legendary if we can pull this off.
And the depth that this team has is just, it's suffocating.
DZ have had a rough couple of years. The fans in the audience will know it better than anyone. They have been struggling over the last 2 years, but this rebuild.
There we go, Nadine on a shield op, good.
They have dominated this tournament so far. Now after the TAC timeout, they can really put their foot down, stop any momentum being built by SR. This is a critical round. If DZ can win this one, if they can win Mining and Dining for a second time, close the door on SR, stop their hopes from coming alive here in this first half of Cafe, Parker, I think that might be good enough for a trophy.
Completely agreed with you. So, what happens in the next 2 minutes here? Rebellion averaging less than 2 kills a round, and it's not going to be a good start. Kino destroys
that Nitro. And we just lost Spoit.
There goes Dark Zero is
see, we're losing every fight. I mean, that's GG. I don't think there's any way we bounce back. But I don't know what happened. We can't win any of our fights now.
Dark Zero dominant from top to bottom. 4-0 now in the most confident, inspiring round we have seen all day long. Shopify Rebellion looks stunned.
Yeah. Alright, I mean, it was still an incredible run. Even just getting here was really impressive.
DZ looked stunned after that.
Would have liked to have seen it go differently, but DZ's just played so well this whole tourney. They did the same shit to FaZe yesterday. They're just playing super fucking well. We looked incredibly good map 1. I thought we really had it, but it is what it is, man. DZ's just too good. They're too good.
They're hitting insane shots round after round after round, and the Rebellion don't have an answer.
The most amazing thing about the last 4 rounds, it's been both Kino and Fultz striking first. Those are not the guys that usually lead off.
Let's see if we can get on the board.
And yet they've been doing that. They've left NJR and Newers in reserves. NJR is 1 kill and 1 death. He is having the easiest map of his life. NJR's sitting there, reading the news, smoking a cigar. You guys got this, don't worry. J90 yet to die. How often are we gonna bang this drum? Dark Zero are looking indomitable.
NJR entered this series as the top frag player for DZ, entered with 113 kills. Only he and Newers had broken triple digits before this series, but Dark Zero, one of the most ridiculous deep teams in the world.
There we go. That's a little more characteristic of Ambi.
7-2 now after his early death in this round, but they need more than that.
It's a hell of an angle from Ambi to get the kill over towards Fireplace. Ambi reunited with an R4C. Dare I say it, the stereotypical fragging gun.
Yeah.
Canadian now reunited with the shield. As he will march his way over towards Piano, Jack having to survey all of the windows. J90 sees Canadian, the call will be made.
Yep, here comes the Nitro.
Hoping to buy as much time as possible. Canadian
off.
In the bathroom already, and there goes the shield break. J90 struggling, Sploit goes down to the hands of Newers, and now Canadian will try again.
So
J90
close.
Worried about the skylight, Rexon falls. Canadian having to unsheath his shield. His hands full right
nice,
now.
There you go, Surf.
Alright,
3v3, Surf. There you go, Surf.
Surf will find another on Nakino. Dark Zero reduced to 2.
We hear him, we hear him, we hear him.
On this map, and they are still in a position where they can win, but they have to deal with the shield of Canadian. On half HP as he's chased off by NJR. This duel still over on White Stairs. Here comes Surf for the assist.
He's a bit solo for a long time. Finally, Surf comes to help out his captain through the feet. Canadian gets down to just 1 HP on a sliver of health. Surf has to hit this shot.
There you go, Surf.
Very good trust. And now it's Newers in a 1v3. Newers has clutched before, and with that DMR, he can do some major damage. He finds the head of Surf. The F2 is a great gun. He needs to be very careful about lining himself up in this position. Canadian
nice.
Away. There's Andy for insurance.
Nice.
Rebellion, showing signs of life.
All right, let's see if we can get another one in there. Let's see if we can get another one in there.
On Canadian, on Monty. I'm shocked I'm saying this, but through 4 maps, that is only the 2nd time Canadian has picked Monty in this best of 5 series, and it's not like we've been seeing it banned every single map. Round 1 of map 2 was the only other time that we saw Troy stick the mountain, stick the shield. He's played a little bit of blitz, but otherwise it's not been a very shield-focused strategy from SR. They played a lot of attacking rounds, starting on attack so often in this best of 5, but ultimately, when they finally need him, they rely on the shield, they start setting up these picks. Surf the best round of the tournament he's had so far, the best round of these 5.
Let's get a big comeback, huh?
They need a little bit more of that.
Let's get this next one. And then maybe we plant our feet very, very firmly on defense.
It has not been an easy road to the finals for the Rebellion. All of their victories hard-earned. Their defeats often heartbreaking.
10 seconds to go.
But they are the 2nd best team at worst at this event.
5 seconds left before insertion.
Reloading.
Nobody enters the grand finals wanting to say, yeah, well, we were 2nd best. Everybody is fighting for that trophy on the stage. Some of these players looking for the first taste of a major victory. For others, they're looking to repeat success they found some long ago, some very recent if you're Kino. Final round of the first half. 30 seconds in, Dark Zero with a lead that could yet become insurmountable if they take this fateful 6th
I thought he was going to try and peek that there. That was going to be scary.
So far in the wedding window. Force a Surf back just a bit. Wasted one of those nades, but the window remains relatively shut. They've got a couple angles, but that's okay. Last time we went to this bomb site, SR went for a very direct take. They were just kind of trying to flood in through restaurant, flood in through bakery. They didn't take top floor control. They've brought Ambi on the sledge this time, so you might think, okay, they are going to go for top down, but that's not where their current position suggests. It's probably going to be Ambi alone late in this round, trying to take control of mining, take control of train. And if Newer's existing up here, that could be a huge problem, but he army crawls his way away and stays alive. It's okay.
The Bravo drone's not a trade I would make, Jesse, but of course I'm not.
Oh, he's so low.
Gets them both.
He's so fucking low.
More damage was done to Newers now as he scampered off of his position.
You see him, you see him. Oh, close.
Kino's attention elsewhere. Good read by Ambi from above.
Oh my god, and he got nitroed for it. Oh, that just saved us. Thank you, Surf.
Shopify Rebellion having a much better 6th round, but they've just lost their numbers advantage. Bolt's coming in for the assist. Down goes Rexon. Canadian trapped in the corner. Uh-oh. Surf is the last man standing. Dark Zero wanting to finish this one off. As Surf takes down Newers and will now have to head back towards the main bakery door with...
We had 2 chances there. We did have 2 chances.
Surf's been one of the most clutch players for the Rebellion ever since he joined this roster, Parker. He's got full 60 seconds to work with. They're all in his line of sight. But he can't even find one frag.
We had 2 big chances there. We just cooled off. I think that Chalet map 2 kind of busted our brains a little bit.
Do the Solus first, Pulse second where we do this?
Well, this would have to be a perfect defense.
Like, last time we played Season Cafe, we're in like the exact same position. This was like, what, over 2 stages ago? We went up like 6-0 or 5-1. They just started playing like absolute buffoons. So like be aware that, especially when we're going towards the window side on these bases, just lean into like full anti-cheese a little bit early. Take this first round pretty slow here to kind of feel what they're actually doing. And then the biggest thing, fellas, like Junior was saying, just fundamentally sound. That's all we got to do. Stay fundamentally sound. We don't have to do anything crazy, nothing special, simple and fundamental, and that is it. And just be aware of the fucking buffoonery.
I'm literally banging. It's gonna be like probably like the fast layers too. If it's not the hard nose aggression, it's gonna be fast layers into like bunkers.
Yeah, and if it is, then we're already in a good position because we banned the pulse, so it's gonna be a lot easier to actually see off that.
It's gonna take a miracle. It's gonna take a miracle.
Maybe some echo work, like with flanks.
Oh, damn.
Just start bringing out the IQ again. Quite frankly, we don't even need to force that in the beginning, but just be aware of it.
Yeah.
Heard all the prep
plan on that, so he's going to do it at the same time. When they did that, Newers walked down Brown. Ram was just playing the mining vert. Fultz just dropped the bomb with the sense. He can also go white and try to sense that off and like run across. And if they do that, the glass might go elsewhere if they have it. Second time, they did the exact same thing, except Kino went Monty, and he just pushed Whitehall with the Monty, okay? So, big thing here is both times for that, when they cleared, they did try to push that Whitehall to distract the VIP player. We need to make sure that in the pass against us for that bake, remember they've obviously ran Nomad, so if there's Nomads, make sure that we're in a position where we can actually help to
start your superstition rituals. I already did. I did all my superstition. Here, I'll change this though. I'll take this out.
Pressuring, like holding white.
It was there yesterday, but let's take it out and see what changes.
For mining, NJ's going to go Snow. He's going to run Striker. He's going to have.
I already did all my superstitious shit.
Deimos Heaven as well. So
DZ's just better than
they can do it with Fultz dropping
superstition, I guess.
Or sorry, Kino dropping Heaven off of Skylight off the Ram. J9 will just be sitting Christmas.
It takes a village to be the best in the world, and that's exactly what Dark Zero have had throughout this weekend in Salt Lake City. It was NJR whose MVP-worthy performance got them to this point with one of the best KDs ever put up in a major. It was Kino playing ridiculous rounds on smoke, locking down the defense, playing tight corners with the shotgun that got them a lead here in the series. It was J90 who put up a monster kill total on Bank to put them up now 2-1 up against SR. It was the captain, Fault on this map, who made so many little moves, whether it was nitro cells, whether it was wrap positions, and in that final round, Parker, for me, it was Newers. The nitro to start things off, the one pick that they most needed onto that vert player, another frag deep into that round as well. Some critical moments coming out from every single person on DZ, and now they sit just 2 rounds away from their ultimate goal and repeating what this org did in Charlotte, North Carolina.
An incredible run from both of these teams. Shopify Rebellion have really ran the gauntlet.
We need nice perfection.
I think
a nice 6-0 here. Then we take it to map 5, huh? A little 6-0 defense. Thoughts? Order up. Can I get a yes, chef?
For sure.
But I don't think there's anybody who will say this isn't an earned position. It's feeling like DZ's got everybody's number here in Salt Lake.
Yeah, no doubt about that. I mean, after Munich, people were calling for heads to roll on the side of SR. They went to Paris, not making a single
All right, come on.
for this team, but they still believed in themselves. They still kept this 5-man core alive, and it got them to this point. It brought them to be one of the 2 best teams in the entire world here in Salt Lake City. But it's gonna need to be just a little bit more if they want to upset Dark Zero. Down by 4, down by 1 in the series. So much still to pull back.
We ball.
Canadian and Spoit? Maybe.
Let's make like my nuts and hold them.
Has continued to go bad here. They managed to catch that Yokai drone. The Canadian popped through the hatch, but there's still information as to how many people are up there. Very beneficial for this DZ team as they now will presumably have the easier side. That's something we haven't talked about an awful lot here. Dark Zero can easily ride this one out if the numbers are any indication.
Nice.
Rexen and Kino will get traded back and forth. Rexen still without a kill. Fultz burning alive with what I imagine is his
there you go, Canadian. Way to pick that up. Oh, they traded it again. Fuck.
Canadian still surviving in this position. Now it's
Surf! Dirty!
Rebellion with a numbers advantage, and Surf has to go to Old Chat to let him know how he feels. Halfway point of the round, and Rebellion are in pretty good shape.
You heard him, you heard him, you heard him. That a boy. See, now that's more like... That is much more like Ambi. That is so much more like Ambi right there. Much better.
It's just as daunting as it was on Bank. The comeback almost real on the previous map. Will they be able to pull it off this time? Rebellion are really hoping that that round kickstarts some offense.
Well, they start to get aggressive in that round, Parker. They start to get a little scrappy. Never afraid of DZ early on those entries. That's what you want from a team that's down now 5-1, turned 5-2. Here in the grand finals of a major, they make some really aggro moves. They never sit still. Despite some good early pressure from guys like J90, it's really these window positions that are punishing them. When the players are inside the building, it is some nasty shots from the Rebellion that are giving them the edge. Surf was required to hit some great shots back on the attack when he was pushing with Canadian on the Monty. Ambi really required to hit some crazy...
Very good. Very good.
Rebellion.
We keep playing like that. There's still hope. There's still a chance.
Still potentially to be played.
Jesse, you say yourself, there's always 2 halves to a game of Siege. Rebellion will get to defend Cafe. It is a tricky map for them. DZ are quite dominant on both sides of this map, so again, for DZ fans, if you are a little worried about giving a small opportunity for the Rebellion, rest on the results that your team has amassed on this map, because if you do rest on that, there is a more than greater likelihood that they will be able to win at minimum 2 rounds, and really that's all they need to do.
Yeah.
If a 4-2 half is what SR accomplishes, they lose the championship. You need to do exactly what Dark Zero did to you, a 5-1 half. There is very little room for error.
Let's just play perfect. Let's just stay doing what we just did in that last one. I want more of that. I'm ordering that off the menu.
Multiple times throughout this series, they have gotten off to an early lead, and then SR have threatened to come back, but never have they really been able to pull it off. The threat comes once again now as they win their first round on the defense. Mining and dining is their second choice for a bomb site. Dark Zero bringing a lot of good tools to shut this down. They got J90 for the vert play once they take top control. They've got Newers trying to force these players out of these power positions. And it'll work. Dark Zero, they force SR back. They started to give up some of these positions on the top floor. Really just Spoit and Rexen that remain.
Nice, the drone got them all dizzy. The drone fucking spooked him. Good work.
Now Rexen will take up position nearby on the top floor. Sitting on a mute jammer should any drones come his way. No real intel for Dark Zero. Down goes Rexen though. Newers takes care of him quite easily. Surf is still in this spot and the bees will go. He dances around the nitro cell. DZ will find another.
The Claymore.
Desperate run out.
Yeah, they covered the run out.
With 2-man lead.
Yours has been great so far. It's a Claymore kill for the second. Now in a 3v5. Dark Zero will need to be able to close in on these last couple players. Spoit was the hero on Bank that completed the comeback, that got them halfway there. On the window, playing close, surrounded on all sides, pressured from many angles.
And I mean, this is really do or die. It's all up to Canadian now. What did I say? Very little room for error. The captain will need to lead by example.
Well,
50 damage has been done to Dark Zero. Oh my days. Canadian knowing what awaits him inside the site as Dark Zero looks to sink their teeth into him. He's got
they're gonna
so
knife
many
him.
angles to cover.
Oh, I thought they were just gonna go in and knife.
Dark Zero moves to championship.
Hey man, it is what it is. It's gonna be as close to impossible as it gets here, but that's alright, man. It was a great run from the squad.
In Montreal in the very first year, we got the first ever All-American final, and it was Canadian who came out on top playing.
First time in grand finals for a good chunk there. Not a bad run.
Another All-North American final, and once again, it was Canadian on top that led Dark Zero to a championship, winning the first ever major for North
It's
America.
2-1 DZ, so this is the last bit. If they get this last round, it's over.
They must be perfect through 4 straight defending on Cafe. Then they've got to win overtime. Then they've got to win map 5. The objective is so long for Canadian, but he's done it before. 6-2 now to DZ. This team looks unbeatable at the moment.
Yeah, I mean, there's no real weaknesses here. Again, history is repeating itself for a third time. Dark Zero is holding down this rebellion, picking them apart round by round, player by player.
All right.
DZ is not letting off the gas at all. They have this rebellion team on the ropes, and they are hoping to deliver the knockout blow here on Cafe. If not this round, maybe the next. But there are 4 opportunities for DZ to cement themselves and win yet another trophy in America.
1 round at a time. That's got to be the motto for both these teams. Sometimes the pressure is greatest when you're in the lead in a 6-2 advantage. It doesn't get easier. Here comes the utility from Dark Zero. This is once more going to be a bit of a 2-sided attack. They've got players up above with J9O on the ram, but they've also got horizontal pressure.
Let's see if we can get a little pick here. See if we can get a little something.
I imagine it'll be a slow one. Dark Zero doesn't need to rush it unless they see an open.
Yeah, they're so good at playing slow.
And if that opening does present itself, DZ is a team that so far has been very good at calling on the fly. They are obviously well rehearsed and well practiced. They have a great mind.
One thing DZ's done extremely well is that they are checking every possible angle. Like what he just did right there was just clearing out soft wall just in case. They are playing so methodical.
Since the start of the season, they cemented themselves as the best team in North America. They'll have another opportunity to prove it today. They've been showing that so far.
Really, our best bet is just to anchor here, I think. Basically exactly what we're doing right now, I think, is the only way we can maybe get this.
Ambi is likely going to be the first point of contact. As this hatch opens, he has to be sharp, but he's let 2 players drop.
Yeah, that was really unfortunate timing. That was extremely unfortunate timing. That timing actually hurt my feelings. He just looked away from hatch. Alright, Canadian traded.
DZ with the upper hand, looking to lift.
They're gonna swing, yeah.
Down goes Canadian. They've got Ambi isolated.
Yeah.
Darkness has long been their ally.
Oh well. That was commanding from DZ. They did look unbeatable. We looked unbeatable in map 1, and that got flipped hard in map 2 and never came back. Oh well, it is what it is. It was a good run. It was a good run.